I apologize for any technical difficulties. If you're listening to us on YouTube only, the audio portion, give us a message. Make sure we're coming in loud and clear. For those of you watching on Flow Sports, Hockey TV, we hope we're coming in loud and clear. Three things I want to talk about before this game gets started. First of all, Birmingham. They're playing against a Roanoke team that led the league in penalty minutes by a wide margin. They doubled Birmingham's minutes in penalty and over 400 more than the second-place team in the league. Therefore, one key to the game is Birmingham will need and must take advantage of all man advantages the Roanoke Yard Dogs throw our way. Second, Roanoke had more goals than any team in this league in the first period. They jump on you, and they jump on you quick. They had 58 first-period goals, while the Bulls gave up more first-period goals than any team in the league at 61. We've got to withstand that early onslaught. And lastly, we need a little pickup. We need a little bit more offense from players like C.J. Walker, who just had 1 goal and 3 assists since February 27, and Kip Ledzianko, 2 goals and 4 assists since 2/27 as well. The opportunities are there. This team is ready, and going into that locker room before the game, you can sense it, you can feel it. I spoke with the captain, Colton Olenek, and I assure you, based on some of the things that happened this past week, Birmingham is ready for this. And here we go. Face-off underway, and Roanoke gains control. Wilkins takes it, tried to set it up for Broman, gets past him, comes right in on Stewart. He'll steer it aside into the far boards. Picked up by Roanoke. Broman has it. Curls away from one. Ledzianko up top. Cuts that pass off. Taken away by the Bulls. Loose, though, in that far face-off circle. Still loose. Chip back to the blue line and out. Back to get it, O'Day. Near side, Wilkins, and he'll send it in to Broman, who taps it in. Near boards, near half wall. Fought there, picked up by Birmingham. Body work already starting. Scott with it. Banks went off the boards all the way down. They'll rule no icing as it was tipped, played by Rodebush. Almost gave it and put it in his own goal. Martin sends it far side. Loose at center ice. Glover is there. He's hit on the play by Crow. Coming back the other way, Matt Dorsey quickly into the Bull zone. He'll cut behind the net. Centers a pass out in front, still loose. Finstrom was there. He couldn't get a good shot off. Puck behind the net. Marcin Kavics has it taken away from him. Now loose behind the Bulls' net. Glover is there. Dorsey comes up with the loose puck for Roanoke. Slides it far side. Marcin Kavics has it. He cuts around one. In low, Finstrom with a shot. Save made. Stewart holds on, and now the crashing in front of the net. And this is the MO of Roanoke. Dorsey, you see, being tied up. Finstrom was tied up as well. Gets a little face washes there from Gagnon. But Greg, right off the bat, some good stick work in the Birmingham zone for Roanoke. Good forechecking, but the physical play is already picking up.
Well, and you can see, Jody, and this is where even in the pregame stuff, right, you called it and nailed it. This is brawn versus brains here. The Bulls, keep your cool heads. Don't get sucked into that stuff. Let Roanoke run wild and then bury him on the power play.
On the draw, far side, picked up by Roanoke in the Bulls zone. Acosta with the puck, goes down low. Tried to slide it around the side, knocked down by Soretsky. Played into the corner. Dapprich is there for Birmingham. Puck played near side. Valerian has it. Tied up on the play. Someone lost the stick. Played in the corner. Soretsky along with Acosta there. Now Manning comes into the play. Picked up, though. Played in by Riefler. Riefler backhands a pass over near side. Played by the Bulls, but not out. Kept in at the blue line. Widmar, the league's leading scorer, shot. That was knocked down in front. Birmingham has the puck. C.J. Walker. He gets it ahead to Soretsky. Dumps it in. Near side. Played by Birmingham. Dumps it behind the net. Soretsky had it. Lost it. Kip Ledzianko picks it up. Back at the blue line. Youngsworth shot off the boards. Bounced in front. Steered aside by Rodebush. Near play in the corner. Picked up by Aonzo. Aonzo for Mueller. Back behind the net is played. Valerian has it. His pass gets away. Scott has it in front. There's a shot from Sinclair. Goes wide. Birmingham found the loose puck on a giveaway. Couldn't convert. Behind the net. Played by Widmar. Kip Ledzianko on him. Widmar will drop it along the near half wall. Scott pinching in from the point. Keeps it alive. Played into the corner. Sinclair back behind the net. It'll go far wall where Matt Wood had a chance to get it. Does. keeps it in and goes to that far face-off circle where Valerian just backhands one. Knocked down by Scahill on a good play. Sinclair fighting to keep it alive and does. He goes down in the play. Widmar picks the loose puck up. He'll look for an outlet to try and get it out, and he does to center ice. Birmingham hammers it right back in. Scahill taken down on the play. Loose puck picked up by O'Day. He'll cut behind his net. Ayanzo sends it near side for Novotny. David Novotny, really quick skater, sends it in, played by Stewart. It gets past Glover out into center ice. Stewart goes down on the play as Novotny, and he had a little collision. Now Wilkins will drop it back. Matt O'Day has it. This is not surprising. That's what Roanoke does.
Right.
Now they'll bring the puck in the bull zone. Novotny gets it back for O'Day. Near side, Wilkins. Wilkins wraps one around the boards looking for a deflection. It came out in front. Stewart makes the save. Covers that mid up. Now Finstrom and a few other Roanoke rail yard dogs trying to get into the grill of Stewart. And do you think they're just trying to get to him, or do you think that's just where the rough play starts?
Jody, I don't think there's anything in the book of hockey, whether it's 1976 Philadelphia Bat Street Bullies to Roanoke back 3-4 years ago, that you aren't going to see and isn't in their kit bag tonight.
Face off to the left of Hayden Stewart. Acosta on the draw for Roanoke. They'll drop it again. Now Acosta gets a shove there on that face off from Danny Waite.
Good.
Not sure what Acosta did, but the puck is dropped. Acosta wins it, gets it back to Wilkins. Through the legs of Marcinkiewicz, he gets back to center ice. Roanoke will have to retreat. Wilkins sets it up for O'Day. He'll pop it into this near corner. Birmingham's Gagnon has it. He'll loft one off the glass back into center ice where it's stopped by Wilkins. Ahead for Marcinkiewicz. Gronick on him, so he'll dump it deep. Stopped by Stewart. Sends one to far side. Gronick has it through center ice. The puck's knocked away from him. Put back into the bull zone where Gagnon will take it. There's the second stick that's exploded onto the ice. 2 broken sticks in the first 5 minutes of play, and the icing is called on the Bulls. Face-off will come back down into Birmingham's into the ice.
Yeah, well, that was one thing, Jody, where following the puck in the play, I'm really keeping my eyes open behind the play. And that first broken stick, it was Acosta's, and he broke it across Soretsky right behind the net. So, one of those things, that's where all that commotion came from, down in the corner.
Mueller off the draw takes a shot, deflected wide, picked up by Soretsky. He lifts one high into center ice. There's a big play. That's an interference call right there as Walker was taken down by True Crow. What a name. I asked about the origins of that. We couldn't find it, but his name is actually True Crow. Well, he's going into the true penalty box. Birmingham gets that first power play of the game for either team. This is the playoffs. Things are different, but Birmingham's power play was the best power play in the league this year. A 46-goal performance in power play, 26% success rate. We've got to convert when it comes time to things like this.
Oh, yeah.
That man advantage against a Roanoke team is very important.
You've staved off the Dogs here for the first 5 minutes, Jody. Now you got an opportunity to have a transition shift here in the first period on this power play.
Off the draw, no one really controls, but a nice play by Acosta, lying prone on the ice, sends it back down into Birmingham's end where Doug Scott will have it. He gets ahead of steam, he'll drop it back. Near side, Kip will bring it in. 3 men back, Kip's shot deflected wide. He got his own rebound. That was deflected. Birmingham keeps it alive. Doug Scott with it. Sends it far side for Kip. Down low, a shot goes through the crease. Tipped ahead, look out, O'Day has it. O'Day got past Kip Ledzianko. He'll cut behind the Bulls net, shorthanded. Matt O'Day waits for some help. Still holds on to the puck. O'Day tried to chip it to Marcinkiewicz. Birmingham Sinclair has it. We're down to a minute 12 of power play time remaining. Birmingham with the puck in their own zone. I don't like the body language I see of Kip Ledzianko. He looks very down on himself, but we'll keep an eye on that. Kip will be fine. Birmingham on the power play through center ice. Dumps it in. Rodebush out of his net. Lost it. Tried to get it back. Danny Waite now has it. He'll get it back to Scahill, return to Waite. Top of this near face-off circle, Waite. Nice cross-ice pass for Walker, back to Scahill. He thought about a one-timer but missed. Off of his skate, Birmingham keeps it alive. Centering pass out for Olenek, missed. There's a shot, save made by Rodebush off the slap shot of Scahill. And Birmingham, with 34 seconds of power play time remaining, will have our first media timeout of the period. I want to take just a couple of seconds here. We've been doing this now together, Greg, 4.5, 5 years, and who knows what'll happen next season. You never can tell. Hope we're back, but you never know. I want to take an opportunity to say thank you to my family for understanding the times I have to come down here and sacrifice, like I know you do too.
Oh, yeah.
My grandkids, Charlotte and Carter McDaniel and Nikolai Tancock back in England. I miss out a lot of things with them because of this.
Oh, yeah.
But it's hockey. It's Birmingham Bulls hockey, and that's what you and I love to do.
Well, and that's where the passion is, Jody. And you know what? I was just blessed with my wife, Patty.
You are.
And she married a hockey player, and she knew it. You know what I mean? And it's like, it doesn't matter when you retire. There's still men's league. There's still NHL on TV.
And you have your son playing hockey.
And there's still Birmingham Bulls hockey. Dylan's playing hockey. Dawson played up, coached with him, coming up through minor hockey. And, yeah, it's not just something you can turn on and off, Jody. No. It's in your blood.
It's with you or it's not, and you did well with your wife. She totally understands. Back behind the net, Birmingham Sereski has it. He'll get it back to Waite for Scahill. Walker with the puck. Slides it for Olenek. Back at the point for Scahill, near side Waite. Down low, we're down to 20 seconds of power play time remaining for the Bulls. Sereski back at the point for Scahill. Walker has it, takes a shot right into the midsection of Rodebush. And with nothing, no traffic or a body in front, he makes the save and will hold it for a face-off. 12 seconds left on the power play here for the Birmingham Bulls.
And I get it, Jody. You know, the guys are moving well on the power play. They're shifting around. They're trying to create, you know, some diversity out there. But this is the playoffs. Put a couple guys in front of the net, rip pucks from the point and bang one home already.
Off the draw, played by the Bulls, though taken away by Novotny. Novotny will ice the puck down. Crimmin back to pick it up. We're down to 2 seconds. That'll do it for the power play for the Bulls. Birmingham still with the puck. They'll play it through center ice. Just out of the reach of Brasini. Taken away by Finstrom through center ice. Mueller had it off the stick of Wood. Wood, nice recovery, takes the puck back away. Tried to set it up, just a little too far in the lead, and Widmar takes it for Roanoke and sends it in. Puck played around far side, Matt Wood had a tremendous rookie season. Sends one back into the Roanoke zone. Wilkins pestered on the play. He'll just send it down the icing. Icing is called on the Birmingham Bulls. Before the game, Greg, I was downstairs, and I ran into someone, and I'll be honest with you, I didn't recognize him. He had his Birmingham Bull, I'll call it underwear on before game, and I thought it was somebody's son. It looked like to be 14, 15-year-old. It was Matt Wood. He looked that young. I was just shocked that that was him. But he's had a tremendous rookie season for Birmingham. O'Day takes control of the puck off the draw. Mueller has it. Near side Wilkins off the glass into center ice. Birmingham will retreat in their own zone and pick it up. Gagnon plays it far side. Collision over there. Birmingham manages to get it out into the Roanoke zone where Bryce Martin has it. He'll skate away from Glover, sends it in, picked up by Widmar. Widmar chipped away by Glover on a nice pass. He tried to get it back to Acosta, but Glover, he knew where that was going and he anticipated it correctly. Now Broman brings the puck in the Bull zone for Widmar. Look out for these two. Crow, he takes the shot, deflected out of play into the netting. So with 12:07 to go, first period, no score. Face-off will come up in the Bull zone.
And that's key right there, what you saw, Jody. You saw Broman and Widmer trying to play the give and go and set something up for each other. The Bulls weren't fooled there, and they've got to keep that pressure defensively up on those guys and not give them a lot of playing space down there in their defensive zone.
Widmar, 77 points on the year. Broman, 54 points, but a more impressive 159 penalty minutes to go along with that 54 points. That's kind of the guys you want in the playoffs on your team.
100%.
Now Roanoke has the puck, C.J. Valerian. He'll send it far side for Manning. Sinclair was in front of him, but he gets the puck ahead to Acosta. In front for Riefler, out of his reach, and Birmingham has it. They'll tip it through center ice. Sinclair was on the wrong side of the center ice stripe, so icing is called, and the puck will come back into the Bulls zone.
And I know you were talking about Matt Wood, Jody, and holy cow, what a year he ended up having. It was quiet at the beginning like a lot of the Bulls as they were figuring it out. But Matt Wood ended up finishing 4th among all rookies with 12 goals and 23 assists, and he led all rookies in assists this year.
He's had an excellent season, especially after that first month and a half, 2 months, where everybody was able to settle down, get to know each other. You know, you get new line mates, and if they change all the time, it's hard to figure out where everybody's going to be at a certain time, and he's figured it out, and it's come at a great time.
100%.
Finstrom on the draw for Roanoke. I'm not sure what we're waiting on. The referee's got his arm up and he's looking at the clock. I think there's a problem with the time that's remaining on the clock. I'll be honest, I did not see what it was.
Wow,
that's still not right. That's not right at all.
We went from too little to too much. I was like, wow.
Well, now they're showing a minute 45. That's not right. I don't know what it is, but I know it's not a minute 45 remaining in the period. 11:45, there we go. That sounds a little better.
Yeah, that's better.
All right, face off to the left of Stewart, picked up by Birmingham. Just far side, out of the reach of Scahill, picked up by O'Day. Dorsey gloves it, drops it, right into the midsection of O'Day, and now Birmingham clears the zone. Going back after hard is Wilkins. He catches up with it first. Behind the net, Birmingham's Kip Ledzianko takes it away. For Sadowski, fanned on the shot. Loose puck near face-off circle. Wilkins has it. Now Marcin Kavics has it. He has a history with Birmingham as well. He was the one that ended my dreams 3 years ago. Marcin Kavics drops it back. Wilkins shot off the leg of the Bulls in front. Birmingham will clear. Tried to get it out for Soretsky. Fighting for control. Gets it in front. Save made by Rodebush. Nice feed. Far side played by Brasini. He had the shot, but Rodebush anticipated where it was coming from and made the save.
Well, big save by Rodebush. Everybody knew where that one was coming from, Jody. But the Bulls got a good shot off there. And what I like about the Bulls so far, they're being aggressive, but they're breaking up a lot of plays on bad exits by Roanoke.
Face off to the left of Rodebush. Widmar on the draw for Roanoke. Soretsky for Birmingham. Flanked by Brasini, he tried to tap it back. Roanoke intercepts, and they'll just clear it back into center ice. Dappert sends it far near side for Sadowski. I have Soretsky tips it in. Loose puck along the near side boards. Picked up by the Bulls, taken away by Broman, though. And back through center ice, Widmar will carry the puck. Widmar can't get past Soretsky or Sadowski, loses possession. Dappert gives it up. Back the other way, Brasini has it. 3 men back for Roanoke, so he'll just dump it in and go off for a change. Bryce Martin with the puck. Danny Wade in front of Rodebush. He'll send it through center ice, picked up by Novotny. Gives it back to Martin. 10 minutes to go here in this opening period. No score as Birmingham has possession in their own zone. Through center ice. Off the body of Olnick, comes right back into the Birmingham zone. Olnick now picks it up. Try to tip pass, knocked away by Roanoke. Loose now, picked up by the Bulls. Gagnon, he gets ahead. Shoved into the boards is Danny Waite by Valerian. Loose puck far side, played by Roanoke. Smith with the puck. Sebastian Smith brings it into the Bull zone. 4 Bulls back. Loose puck near side, played by Birmingham. Matt Wood with it. Gets a return pass. Now Sinclair is there. He absorbs the hit by Manning. Birmingham's going to go on another power play. As taken down on the play was Matt Wood. And once again, Greg, as I said early on, having that extra referee out makes a huge difference in what players can and cannot get away with. Sebastian Smith's going to go off for tripping, I believe. But he took Matt Wood down into the boards hard.
Well, Jody, if you can remember the last time Roanoke was in town, And I know you and I were up here, and I was getting really frustrated with what I was seeing on the ice. And, you know, I was about to come out of my skin, and I'm like, why doesn't somebody grab a hold of somebody? Yeah. And then it kind of hit us right in the face like you just got punched in the gut. And I'm sitting there, and I'm like, you know what? This is their game plan, you know? And you could see that same thing tonight where Roanoke is out there. They're not playing overly aggressive, but there's little points in the game where they're coming in and they're taking their liberties. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
And they're doing things that it's like, yeah, if you were playing somebody who was bigger and tougher, you definitely wouldn't do those things. You know what I mean? But so far, Bulls' game plan is getting executed perfectly here as we're going on power play number 2 of the night.
These power plays for Birmingham are just so crucial simply because you're not going to retaliate. I know we won't retaliate. But every time you get that man advantage due to their aggressiveness and let's just be honest, their physicality, you just need to take advantage of it in some way, whether it's one power play goal the entire night or 2, you need to take advantage and make them pay. That's a cross-checking penalty, by the way, to Sebastian Smith. Birmingham on their second power play of the night.
100%, Jody. Bend, don't break.
Yeah. Face off. Sinclair over there along with Acosta. Puck is dropped, controlled by Birmingham. Tip back for Scott. He'll send it into the corner. Kip Ledzianko taken down. Crowd's not happy about that. There's a pass back near sidewall picked up by Sinclair. Acosta either has a skate down or he's hurt. He can't get back to his normal skating style. Back to Scott. He's favored Acosta, that is, favoring that right leg. Pass broken up, played by Birmingham deep. Acosta still not normal. Matt O'Day picks the loose puck up and he lifts one high. Now Acosta gives a stick to Glover.
Yeah, nice spear, Acosta.
Spearing, I mean, and nothing was called, but he didn't like apparently what Glover did. Either way, Birmingham still on the power play. Waite sends it in far side. Soretsky curls away, plays it back at the point for Scott. Through the slot played. Olenek a shot save made.
There you go.
And Rodebush holds on now with some traffic in front.
Right.
Some pushing and shoving as usual afterwards. But I don't understand why that second penalty wasn't called. Waite gives a little shove too on the way out. Greg, that was no contest. It was a spear right in front of us on Glover.
100%.
Well, not on Glover, but to Glover.
Right. And, you know, whether Glover did something or not, Jody, I didn't see it, but that was blatant, and that's the type of stuff that's going to lose Roanoke this series. You know what I mean? It's okay to play tough and play physical, but you can't put yourself above the best benefit of the team, and to me, that was just displayed right there.
Birmingham still has to make them pay, though. That's off the draw, controlled by the Bulls. Danny Waite gets it back to Scahill, taken away, though, by Marcinkiewicz, and he'll clear it down the ice. 55 seconds of power play time remaining for the Bulls. They'll start to play in their own zone. Now through center ice. Pass near side Waite. Puts the brakes on just inside the blue line. Slides one to Scahill. Far side now through the slot Olenek. Olenek's pass for Waite. Tipped by Marcinkiewicz, and Birmingham will have to vacate the zone. They're pressuring the puck when it gets back to the point on this power play. Birmingham brings it right back in. Olenek takes a shot, glove by Rodebush, and he'll hold on. That may have been going wide anyway, but it was a good save by Rodebush. That's a nice wrist shot there by Olenek.
Yeah, you know Rodebush, he's been here before, Jody. He's going to show up. He's dialed in, and that's where, just like Roanoke did to Stewart, early in the game, they're testing him a little bit. You know what I mean? Running into him a little bit, just letting him know that you're there. That's the type of style. Don't be afraid to get in there and get Rodebush running around and acting the way he likes to act, because that's when you slip a puck past him.
Face off in the Roanoke zone. Acosta along with Sinclair. Puck sent near side. Loose puck picked up by O'Day, and he'll backhand one down into the Bull zone. 20 seconds of power play time remaining for Birmingham. In their own zone now through center ice. Youngworth drops it back. Quickly skating, Sinclair brings it in. He'll go far side into the corner deep, looking for Ledzianko in front, away from him. Back at the point, Youngworth. Far side, Kip takes a shot deflected wide. Roanoke has killed the penalty. They're back at full strength. Puck gets past Glover. Back into the Bull zone. Stewart plays it. Niffley ahead to Kip Ledzianko. He had it poked away from him. Loose puck picked up now by Broman, who'll skate away. Travis Broman sends it far side for Widmar. Youngworth on him. Grabs a hold back at through the far face-off circle. That shot by Broman goes wide. Behind the net, Widmar has it. He'll step out far side. He's got Wilkins at the point, turns and fires when knocked down by Birmingham. Wood gets it ahead. Brasini comes in, couldn't get the shot off. He was tied up. Tried to turn his body around, but it didn't work. Roanoke brings it back in. Mueller with it. Big collision over there far side. Two Bulls go down. Gustav Mueller centers a pass, broken up nicely by Crimmen, and he'll skate away with it. He has Gronick with him. He taps it off the boards to himself. Crimmen takes the hit, ties the puck up in the corner. Gronick is in there as well. Aonzo along with Crow. Puck still tied up. They'll kick it free behind the net for Walker. CJ with the puck. Had it taken away from him by Mueller. And he'll drop it back for Broman behind his own net. 6:05 to go, first period, no score. Roanoke at Birmingham. Game 1, round 1 of the 2026 President's Cup playoffs. Broman still waiting. He'll slide it out far side. Roanoke's Valerian has it. Hit his own man, didn't get it in deep. Birmingham has a shot here, 2-on-1. Glover with the puck. Takes a shot, score!
There it is.
A giveaway in that neutral zone to the wrong man, Drake Glover, and he makes it pay. Birmingham breaks the ice and takes a 1-0 lead.
And I'm telling you, Jody, hockey is about momentum, and it's about catching a break every now and again. And at the start of the year, those pucks in the neutral zone for the Bulls, they were hitting the referees, they were bouncing out, they were ended up being goals against. And that's a payback right there from the hockey gods. Hits a divider at center ice, goes right to Glover down 3-on-1, and the Bulls are up 1 with 5:43 to go.
Off the draw, another stick broken. This one Roanoke, that's 3. And we're not 15 minutes into the game. There's a shot off the skate of Rodebush as Birmingham's Sinclair had it. Now the puck comes in right through the crease and Birmingham's into the ice. Youngworth had it taken away. Novotny's shot. The whistle blew. We're going to have another penalty. This one coming up on Roanoke. As a Birmingham player, Gagnon, was down in the corner. Roanoke's killing themselves right now. This is not regular season hockey, and they're playing like it is. You're going to get an extra call when that happens. There's 2 men on the ice, but that's fine. Keep it going. We'll take all the power plays you want to give us.
Hey, Jody, it's one of those things where when you're a kid, you go to the Friday night dance, you're stoked up about it all week, you show up to the dance, and then guess what? There's nobody to dance with. So what do? That's exactly what Roanoke's faced with right now. They're out there, they're trying to be physical, they're trying to get the Bulls to get sucked into it, and the Bulls aren't buying it, and they're just saying, we'll take another power play.
I love the no retaliation, too.
100%.
Just get up, point the way to the penalty box as you're skating back to the bench, and let's start again. 14-17, the time of that goal. Drake Glover's first of the playoffs. We'll get the assist in a moment. Birmingham back on the power play for the 3rd time in this period. Do the math, that's 6 minutes of time. Roanoke's been shorthanded. Off the draw, played far boards. Roanoke's O'Day tips it into the Bull zone. Youngworth will have it. He'll set up behind his own net. Couldn't get away from Sebastian Smith. Youngworth will play it behind the net. Birmingham with 5 minutes to go in this first period on the 3rd power play of the night. Little trouble getting out of their own zone. Finally, Glover takes the pass from Kip Ledzianko and puts it in deep. Rodebush plays it himself around the boards, not out. Ledzianko keeps it alive. Sinclair had it, lost it, picked up by Roanoke, and they'll clear it down the ice. Stewart had to get it away from Marcinkiewicz, who was there. Ledzianko has it, drops it back to no one. Kip's just out of sorts right now, and he has been for the last month. I hope he gets out of it. Behind their own net, Birmingham has the puck. They'll step out in front, a minute to go on this power play. Soretsky now through center ice. Backhands a pass over. Loose far side, played by Birmingham. Manning takes out C.J. Walker. Puck kept in by Scahill. He'll give it to Olenek. Backhands one deep for Soretsky. Tried to chip it out in front. Valerian knocked it down. Behind the net, picked up by Roanoke, and they'll clear it as Ayanzo sends it down. Not a lot going on in this power play for Birmingham, but even so, this is 2 more minutes Roanoke has not been able to play in their
100%.
offensive style. Now puck is chipped ahead just out of the reach of Waite, picked up by Martin, and Birmingham on the power play gets whistled down for icing. 23 seconds to go on the power play, 3:45 to go first period. Bulls leading Roanoke 1-0.
Well, and that's it, Jody. You can see Roanoke how aggressive they are in the neutral zone. The Bulls are really struggling to get that puck into Roanoke zone and then get set up on the power play. But nonetheless, I will take it because like you said before, well, I'll wait until the first intermission to say what I'm going to say, and we'll just keep rolling with this here for the next 3 minutes and 45 seconds.
There's some history that we need to talk about, too, between these two head coaches, Dan Bremner of Roanoke and Craig Sinchuk of the Birmingham Bulls. They played together in this league years back. Craig was in Columbus. Bremner was there a year before Craig joined. After Craig came out of college and played for Columbus, Bremner went to Peoria and proceeded to pile up penalty minute after penalty minute after penalty minute. They fought 3 times, and there's still history to come that we'll talk about in a minute that happened just last week.
Well, I was going to say, Jody, is it true?
Off the draw, puck loose, sent through the crease. Look out, Birmingham plays it as Roanoke didn't crash. Chipped ahead now, it's picked up by Olenek. Takes a shot, stick save made by Rodebush. Olenek hustled down and made that play. Wilkins chips it back. We're down to 5 seconds of power play time remaining. Played down low for C.J. Walker. Curls away from Wilkins. Back in full strength. That's the 3rd penalty they've killed off. Picked up by Roanoke, and Widmar skates away. Gets it ahead to Acosta. He'll bring it in. Drop back for O'Day. His shot in front. Save made. Rebound loose in the crease. They'll pile up, and they'll score.
Yep.
Birmingham could not clear the puck. Scahill was down trying to cover it up. Not the prettiest of goals for Roanoke, but it counts, and they did it right after that 3rd power play expired.
And that's the type of a playoff goal I'm talking about, Jody. Nothing pretty there. It wasn't even a good shot on goal. It was a hack-that shot by the point man coming in that got deflected, but there's Widmer, and I talked about him before the game about how dialed in that guy was in warm-up, and there he is, just a big, strong ox going to the net, knocks down a couple of guys and bangs home a rebound.
We'll get the call and the assist in a moment. Face off at center ice, Finstrom gets it back to his defense, and it's sent into the Bull zone. 1-1 the score, 3 minutes to go here in the first period. Puck gets past Brasini. Martin sends one wide of the Bulls net. It'll go far side, played by Crow. He'll cut behind to the Birmingham net. Loses it. Dapprich is there, taken away from Dapprich, though, by Finstrom. He'll walk out in front, knocked away from him on a nice poke check. Puck goes into the far corner, played and pinned up to the board. Sadowski is there for Birmingham's, knocked away. Finstrom has it. Tried to get it back to Dorsey. Finstrom picks the loose puck up, gets it to Dorsey. He'll curl away. He'll send it back to the point for Martin. Sends one in, save made by Stewart. And he'll grab it for a face-off. 2:25 to go here in the first period. You got the calls on those goals. First one, the Glover goal.
Yep, Drake Glover, number 19 at 14-17 in the first period. He got playoff goal number 1 with the assist going to Colton Olenek. And then Roanoke answered number 8. There he is, Joe Widmer. First goal of the playoffs, assisted by 91 Acosta and 38 Muller at 16:53.
No surprise that Glover and Widmar, the league's leading scorer, Widmar gets the goals and on the board first. That's what they do. Puck played behind the net. Manning goes down, but still has possession of the puck. Taken away by Acosta. Centers a pass back for Valerian. Far side, Acosta takes a shot. It deflected in off of Riefler, I believe, and Roanoke takes a 2-1 lead. Wow.
Off of Riefler's elbow, Jody.
Not what you needed to see with 2:07 to go here in the first.
Definitely not what you wanted to see, but Jody, the Bulls have to get back to doing what they were doing. They had a lot more energy, and then they made it through those 3 power plays. They scored a goal, get back to 5-on-5, and now they're kind of taking their foot off the gas, letting Roanoke rise up and come back.
Roanoke got a little boost, too, by killing those 3 power plays off. They found some energy. Loose puck off the boards, played in front. Sinclair's shot goes wide. Wherever Roanoke found their energy, Birmingham needs to take it away as Broman sends one right in on Stewart. He'll steer it for Scahill. Under 2 minutes to go, Roanoke with 2 late period or first period goals take a 2-1 lead. Kip Ledzianko pinned into the boards, tried a centering pass taken away by Broman through center ice. He'll slide it over for Widmar. Widmar cuts just inside the blue line. Down low, there's a centering pass. Valerian was cruising back door. He missed. Puck played behind the net. Mueller has it. Mueller can't get away from Waite, but holds on to the puck. He'll come right out in front. Save made by Stewart. Loose puck picked up there by Glover. He can't clear. Mueller, he risked one in. That one deflected just wide. A lot of traffic in front. Birmingham can't move them. Puck finds its way to Stewart, and he'll just cover it up with a mitt. Now pushing and shoving afterwards. Temper starting to flare. Now Glover tied up with Valerian. I believe we'll have nothing to come of this. But Greg Roanoke sets up camp right in front of Stewart, and for whatever reason, Birmingham can't move them.
Well, 100%, and even there, Jody, with Roanoke driving to the front of the net, that shot from the point, I saw 4 Bulls between the puck and Hayden Stewart, and that's too many legs to look through. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got to spread out, identify, man on man, 3-on-3 down low, keep 2 guys up top, spread out, be aggressive in your zones, but a lot of double coverage going on down there, and it seems like 2 red jerseys on 1 white jersey, and that's always bad news because that means somebody's wide open.
Those last 2 Roanoke goals, 1 minute apart, 16:53 and 17:53 of the first period, giving the Roanoke Rail Yard Dogs a 1-goal lead. Face off in the Bull zone, picked up by Birmingham. Sadowski just banks one off the boards into center ice. Martin, he has it, lost it. Sadowski picks it up. A minute to go here in the first. Puck played behind the net. 2 men go down far side. Puck all the way back down into the Bulls zone. Youngworth will have it. Just out of the reach of Soretsky. Roanoke takes it away. Martin. He'll drop it back for O'Day. Ahead for Marcin Kavics. Loose puck picked up by Riefler. A shot knocked away. Finstrom centers one out for O'Day. Back for Finstrom. Once again, Roanoke taking possession in the Bull zone, and they're just camping up. Wilkins with it. Sends a shot deflected through Sadowski. I believe Stewart got a piece of it. Loose puck, though, played in the Bull zone behind the goal line. Sadowski banked one off the boards, and alert Stewart just picked it up. Birmingham really needs to get out of this period, Greg. Things starting to look a little dangerous here late going into first.
Well, and you can see Roanoke, Jody, those defensemen, they're not shooting to score. You know what I mean? They're just taking wristers knee high, and they're letting their guys get in front, and they're trying to play pinball down there in front of Hayden Stewart because those are the hardest shots to stop as a goaltender, are those deflections.
Well, that's interesting. 4 Roanoke Rail Yard Dog players just walked right in front of us. I thought the roster said you could only have 20. Huh. That'll do it for the first period of play as the centering pass went back, ran out of time. 4 Rail Yard Dog players just walked past us. They'll go down to the locker room, I'm sure, for this period. But
maybe they're just fans.
You think so? You
No.
think that's why they got up with their, well, never mind. What's the use? All right, first period of play, Greg. I wanted to get through this first period unscathed. And what I meant by that was I didn't want to be down 2 goals, 3 goals. Because that's what Roanoke's MO is. They jump on you early, and then they kind of make life difficult for you in the second and third period. We're in a good position.
That's
up 1-0, and then all of a sudden, after that third power play, the wheels came off, and Roanoke took control.
Well, and in that situation, Jody, you know what? Even through the first period, right? 20 minutes in, the Bulls were down 2-1. You know what? That's a lot better. I know it didn't feel good the way that it happened, but considering what our first period record was coming in, you know what? I'm optimistic because the Bulls get stronger in the second and third. And you're exactly right. I don't like power plays, even as a goaltender. You know what I mean? It's like guys just get a little bit lackadaisical. They get floating on that offensive mindset and everything like that. And when you have 6 minutes of power play time, it's really hard to flip that switch and jump back in and get back into your defensive zone and get back to work. And I think that's what we saw there. The Bulls, they just didn't have that eye of the tiger in front of Hayden Stewart in that last 4 minutes, and it cost them 2 goals.
Birmingham came out in that first period, in my opinion, took the play to Roanoke, especially the first 5 to 10 minutes. And I mentioned this a little earlier, and I'm going to go ahead and say it. Word came down last week that head coach Dan Bremner was praying, and that's the word that was used, that Birmingham be their first round opponent.
Hold on a sec. This is what I was talking about, Jody, because I did not see this, but I heard that Bremner in the last game of the season against Peoria in overtime, right? So both teams are getting a point, and if they win the game in the overtime period or whatever, then they get to go on and they play the Bulls.
Correct.
And you're telling me that if you can verify this, because like I said,
I assure you,
I just heard it, that in overtime, 3-on-3, he pulled the goalie with a minute and a half left to go for the win because that's how bad he wanted to play Birmingham.
The last game of the year in the SPHL was played in Peoria between Roanoke and Peoria. The game went to overtime. Both teams back and forth through that overtime period. The last minute, 20 seconds, I believe, Dan Bremner did something I've never seen before. In a 3-on-3 situation, regular season overtime game, he pulls his goaltender, puts an extra attacker on the ice. They score the game winner with about 12 seconds to go in the game. So what I was told earlier, that he was praying Birmingham would be that first round opponent they had. That's how badly he wanted it to be Birmingham, that he took the chance to lose the game versus let's pull the goalie and try and get Birmingham. He got his wish. Everybody on this Birmingham roster knows about it. They were on the bus watching it. Now, I don't know what that does to you mentally, but I know what it did to me, and I'm not playing it. Quite frankly, I got teed off about it.
Sure.
And you know that's what happened with Craig Simchuk and the Birmingham Bulls. As I said a little earlier, I made mention, Bremner and Simchuk had 3 bouts when they were players. I know after talking with Simchuk that he doesn't really care for Dan Bremner. And now, more than ever, he really doesn't like him. I don't know what's going to happen, but I do know this. Roanoke's going to have a little tougher time with it than they think they are. If they think they can just walk their way through Birmingham physically and just destroy us, Birmingham has an answer. That's why I'm so happy to see Birmingham, when we came out the way we did in that first period, took the play to them versus allowing Roanoke to take the play to us. What happens the next 40 minutes, who knows? But if you want to go by history, Birmingham gets stronger and stronger as the game goes on. These two teams met each other 5 times this year, Greg. Birmingham won 4 of those matches, but 3 of those wins came in overtime. And when I mentioned early on that the rules are even different during playoffs, here's what I mean. Birmingham won those games playing 3-on-3 in overtime. It's not the way it's going to be from here on out. We're going to play hockey. It's 5-on-5, 4-on-4, whatever the situation is. Just another period is what it amounts to be. So I don't know what that's going to accumulate to, but I do know this. When I came into this building tonight, I was looking forward to seeing how this team came out against Roanoke. And I was pleased with what I saw. We gave up 2 goals. That last one bothers me, though, Greg, because that was just effort on Roanoke's part, outworking us in front of Hayden Stewart.
Well, and that's where, Jody, for the first 17 minutes, you know what I mean?
Yep.
The Bulls were working harder than Roanoke.
Yep.
Roanoke was getting frustrated by that, and they were taking bad penalties, and you know what I mean? They were taking their frustrations out in negative ways. But after that third power play, and even being up a goal. You know what I mean? And then just it just seemed like it went from 99 and just dropped down to 93. But 93 is not good enough.
Not going to make it in the playoffs.
Nope.
You're right. Birmingham's going to come out in this second period, I believe, and play just exactly the way they did in the first part of the first. They have to at least feel good about knowing, all right, we gave up a bad goal. We should have cleared the puck.
Right.
We didn't. But that's just the way it goes. Go back and get that next goal.
100%.
Even this game up 2-2, and let's move on from here. This is going to be a very fun hockey game from here on out. If you're not here, you're going to miss what real playoff hockey's all about.
Right.
You can sense it already. After tonight, though, Birmingham will get on the road and play Saturday night in Roanoke for Game 2, and depending on what happens here tonight, that's going to be another one to watch. Around the league, last night, and you and I spoke about this early on, Evansville took out Pensacola 4-1. Now, Pensacola jumped all over Evansville in the first 15, 20 minutes, or 17 minutes of that game last night, and then all of a sudden, Evansville started playing physical hockey.
Right.
They started taking the plate to Pensacola. Pensacola started looking behind them, looking in front of them, see where the next hit was going to come from. And before you know it, Evansville, because of those checks, because of that physicality, took control of that game and easily skated their way to a win. I haven't seen Birmingham, the aggressor physically, at least tonight. Probably because they know what Roanoke's made of. They're bigger, they're stronger, I won't say tougher, that's not what I mean, but they have more penalty minutes. But I do expect Birmingham to start delivering some more hits.
Well, and it's not even about, you don't have to be tough, Jody. What you have to be is you have to be intense. You know what I mean? Because you don't have to be tough to win a one-on-one puck battle or be the first guy on a loose puck or a puck's rattling around a bunch of feet. You know what I mean? You got to put your nose down on your stick and go through there knowing that you're going to take a hit to make a play, and that's the difference. It just turned from the Bulls doing that in the first 3 quarters of the period to just kind of easing up on their sticks and starting to reach. And like I said, it happens in hockey, but you cannot take shortcuts. And I don't know, Jody, I might have to send you down to the locker room here in between periods with this 10 minutes down there. But I want you to go down there and give a Jody Chernesky get up and go talk to Ledzianko, because we need
really
that
need
guy.
Him. We need him.
We need that guy. And right now with the Bulls, you got 80% of the team out there, and it's all coming together, and they're working. But one guy, one shift, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just not in it, and that's all that it takes to have a chink in the armor, and it can't happen.
I feel for Kep. He's a great guy, but I saw it in his body language. He's really down on himself right now. He wants it in the worst of ways, but he just doesn't know how to get that magic touch he had earlier on back. I still believe, and I told Craig Simchuk this, and I think it's just going to take one good goal. Not a garbage goal, but one good Kip Ledzianko goal where he's going from coast to coast, makes a move, and scores. If that happens, it's like a dam that's going to burst for that kid. He's that good. All right, into one. We'll come back in about 7 minutes for a second period of play. Score at the end of one period of play. Roanoke leading Birmingham 2-1. Greg Dreveny along with me, Jody Chernesky. Stay with us. This is Birmingham Bulls hockey. Welcome back to the Pelham Civic Complex. Jody Chernesky here along with Greg Dreveny. Second period action about to get underway. Birmingham trailing at the end of one by a score of 2-1. Birmingham scored at 14-17 of the first period on a goal by Drake Glover, his first of the playoffs. Colton Olenek with the assist. 16:53, Roanoke tied the score. Joe Whitmar, the league's leading scorer through the regular season, scored his first of the playoffs. 16:53, as I said. Christian Acosta, Gustav Mueller on the assist. A minute later, on a goal that really bothers me because it was just a puck that was just laying there in the crease. We could not get our sticks on it. Roanoke takes the lead 2-1. 17:53, the time of that goal. Ryan Riefler on the goal for Roanoke, assisted once again by Christian Acosta, his second of the night, assisting on both Roanoke goals, along with John Aonzo. And that's what we have through one period of play. Greg, we talked about 3 power plays for Birmingham, yet only 8 shots on goal. That's not the kind of combination you want to see.
Well, it's not, Jody. And, you know, you talked about it and you said it very well earlier when you were talking about Whitmer for Roanoke leading the way and Glover for the Bulls. But there's guys in there like Ledzianko, 17 goals, 36 assists on the year. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the guy we need to show up here in the second and third period. Glover, 29 goals, 17 assists. He's got one on the night. Sinclair, he's another one. Had a couple of opportunities, just blew the puck wide a couple of times. Some good scoring chances. But Sinclair, 16 and 29, he finished 10th overall. The 3 Bulls in the top 10 in scoring.
We've got the power there. We just need to start converting. All right, both teams for the moment, 5-on-5 hockey as we're back underway. Puck loose through center ice off the skate of Scahill, picked up by Wood. He tips it past O'Day. Wilkins has it. He'll slide it around far side. Bulls keep it alive. Sinclair with the puck. Down low for Kip Ledzianko. Off the stick of O'Day and goes out of play, so a faceoff will come up to the left of Austin Rodebush.
And there's a free souvenir puck, Joe. You know, there's been a lot of controversy about that this year.
Yeah.
About those pucks,
You know,
and they're a hot
speaking
commodity.
of controversies, the popcorn lady,
Yeah.
who one of the referees in the SPHL, Dan Ionello, actually filed charges of battery after one night when someone threw popcorn at him. Now, off the draw, there's a shot. We'll get back to that in a minute. This is some of the craziness that goes on in minor league sports. Marcinkiewicz brings a puck in the Bull zone. He'll drop it back for Finstrom, taken away by Scahill. He'll set it up far side for Sinclair. Into the Roanoke zone, Sinclair with it. Off of a skate comes to Scahill. Scahill sends it in front. Olenek was there to just behind the stick with an open net. Danny Waite with a shot. Look out off the leg of Marcinkiewicz. He's quick. He'll pick the puck up, brings it in. Got a player streaking in front. Marcinkiewicz hold on to it. Takes a shot. Nice play by Danny Waite. Down on the ice to block it. Puck finds its way back at the blue line for Glover, who will clear. Nice defensive play by Danny Waite.
Definitely great play by Waite, Jody, and that's playoff hockey at its finest.
Now Bryce Martin takes the shot. Gets that far half wall, gloved by Stewart, and he'll hold on to it. I was mentioning taxpayer money now has to go to the Pelham Police Department, the court system. Attorneys will be involved because somebody threw popcorn. How much does a kernel of popcorn that's popped weigh?
Jody, you know how
Must
many?
have been painful to hit.
You know how many nights when I played coming off the ice,
Good
it's
gosh,
like
give me
I
a
had
break.
enough popcorn for a week to take home with me.
Off the draw, Crow had it bounce off his skate. Glover has it. He's hit on the play. Loose behind the Bulls net, now played by Gagnon. Wade is there. It'll be tied up in the corner. 4 players fighting for control. Squirts free. Manning is there. He's tied up by Youngworth. Wade goes down on the play trying to poke it, and it's still tied up behind the Bulls' goal line. Still, now it squirts free, picked up by Acosta. Still in the corner. Wade tried to chip it around the boards. He gets it behind the net. Birmingham has it. Youngworth for Olenek. It's off of his stick. Olenek takes the hit and gets it out to center ice. Physical play starting to pick up now. Gagnon with the puck in his own zone. Gives it to Youngworth. Off the skate or stick of Saretsky, comes to Olenek. His shot blocked by Martin. Puck played in the corner. Back behind the net now, Bryce Martin picks it up. Broman was calling for it. He was behind the Bulls' defense. Dapprich will pick that loose puck up for Birmingham, and he'll drop it off. Far side Bulls play it. Through center ice. Saretsky gives it up for Dapprich, who dumps it in. Gets past Rodebush into the far corner. Sticks go up over there. Loose puck along the far boards, played out by Roanoke. Broman at that center ice stripe. Taps it over for Widmar. Gets past him. No icing. Dapprich will pick it up. Gives it away. Look out. Broman score. Giveaway in their own zone. Centering pass back for Broman. Top of that face-off circle. He won times at home. And just like that, Greg, a one-goal lead has dissolved into a two-goal deficit.
Well, Jody, you saw Broman. He was just camped out there in that high slot above the top of the circle. And there's guys on Roanoke's team, you have to know where they're at all times. And once again, defensive breakdown, bad exit, because Broman had 9 power play goals on the year, so you know the guy can shoot. And Widmer had 8, so there they are.
Broman, 24 goals on the year, too. Yep. He's their second leading scorer. He was just waiting for it to tee it off, and he did. Whistle blows. We'll have a face-off back at center ice. That one kind of hurt, Greg, because that's a puck we had possession of.
Yep.
And giving it away along the far boards over there, just one chip pass out, and a split second later, it's in the net. We'll have to come back in this one. It's a two-goal lead for Roanoke. Birmingham by far not out of this one. Anything can happen. Two-goal lead can dwindle away real quickly as the puck played in the Roanoke zone and out. Birmingham has it. Sinclair chips it over. Intercepted by Roanoke. Now it's loose. Played by the Dawgs. That's Johnny Aonzo. He'll drop it back for Valerian. 3-1. Roanoke leads. 16:39 to go. Second period. Can Birmingham find that intensity to pick it back up? Waits shot. Whistles wide. Bounces all the way back to center ice. Birmingham will dump it right back in. Valerian picks it up. He'll set up camp behind Rodebush. His pass gets back through center ice off of Youngworth, so no icing. Gagnon will play it. Off the far boards. Birmingham now, a little give and go didn't work, but finds a loose puck. That was Olenek. He sends one in, gloved by Rodebush, and he holds on. Now pushing and shoving in front. Waite pushed out of the way. He was nowhere near Rodebush.
Right.
But Acosta doing his job moves it.
Well, that's what I mean, Jody. That wasn't necessary.
No.
But it goes back to that presence of Waite's just standing there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You come in, you give him a shot, and you push him out.
Well, you want to get players away from your goaltender. If Birmingham had done that earlier in the second or first period, I know for a fact one of those goals wouldn't have went in.
100%.
3-1 Bulls trail, face off in the Roanoke zone, controlled by the Dawgs. Marcin Kavics has it. Slides it through center ice. Dorsey sends it in. Gagnon on him. Matt Dorsey tied up by Gagnon. Now Waite comes in, pokes it free, but it comes to Marcin Kavics. His centering pass taken away by Olenek. He'll dump it behind his own net. Past Gagnon, Marcin Kavics has it. Bulls take it away from him. Olenek had it bounce off his stick. Under Broman, his shot save made by Stewart, and that was a tough save. Puck bounces off the glass, out of play. Roanoke wants a delay of game call, but that hit the glass.
No,
so we'll come back. Face off in the Bulls zone. 15:34 to go, second period. Bulls trail by 2.
Well, and that's it, Jody. And how important are these exits out of the zone for the Bulls right now? And there it was right there. Olenek had the puck on the far side. Just a little nonchalant chip pass to where somebody usually is. But it's playoff hockey. You can't just assume somebody's going to be there. No. And you have to just make the safe play, clear the zone.
Off the draw, Birmingham tries to get it out. Drew Crow keeps it in. There's a stick save made by Stewart. Thought about keeping it in play, but wisely covers up. We'll have another face-off in the Birmingham zone. I'm not sure what to make of this right now, Greg. It seems like the intensity from Birmingham's side of it has died down somewhat. And it's picked up, of course, with Roanoke getting the last 3 goals unanswered. We'll see if Birmingham can answer this time as Bryce Martin bounces one off the boards behind the net, knocked down before it came out in front. Chipped but not out by Birmingham, kept alive. Puck comes behind the net, near side will be played by Sadowski. Big hit over there near side on Walker by Crow. Loose puck picked up now by Roanoke. Broman with it, he'll bring it in. Has Gustav Mueller streaking, played behind the net. Sadowski will catch up with the puck first. Just lifts one out. Back into the Roanoke zone, played by Martin. Quickly right back into center ice. Puck sent back into the Roanoke zone, stopped by Rodebush. Crow with the puck behind his own net. He'll wait for some changes and start to play. He'll step at now in front of Rodebush. Banks one off the boards, intercepted by Birmingham. Pass over here to an open wing, no one there. Bryce Martin will pick the puck up for Roanoke, and he'll send it in. Doug Scott hadn't called his name in a while. Sends one around the far boards for Wood. That's going to be offside.
Yep.
Is Wood just delayed just a little bit. Sinclair tried to drag that leg in, but it was too late. Sinclair put it in offside. So 14-19 to go here in the second. We'll have a face-off outside the blue line.
Well, and you can see both teams, Jody, they're trying to stretch their offenses out. Roanoke's up here playing high. They have their forwards up between the red line and our blue line, and their defenseman's still back there behind the net with the puck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they're trying to open up the ice, make something happen, and the Bulls, they respond and do the exact same thing, sending them up, coming across. They would have had a good scoring opportunity. They just couldn't connect on that pass. But you got to start taking some chances somewhere, because it's like you can't just keep holding on and, you know, trying to hold everything back. It's like you got to take the restrictor plates off, and you got to go for it.
2 goals tonight have been given up, really due to giveaways. Drake Glover's goal was a giveaway at center ice, resulted in a 3-on-1 for Birmingham, and he buried it. And then that last goal, giving Roanoke a 2-goal lead, was just a clear giveaway, and you put it on the stick of Travis Broman, and like Glover, he's going to make you pay.
100%.
Okay, face-off outside the Roanoke blue line, far dot. Sinclair on the draw for Birmingham. Finstrom will step in for Roanoke. Puck is dropped, controlled by the Dawgs. That's Valerian with the puck. He'll backhand one in. Puck comes in the near corner. Not sure what that was, but the puck squirts past everyone, far side. Now back behind the net, Finstrom centers a pass for Valerian. He's there in front. Doug Scott takes it away, but the loose puck finds the stick of Finstrom. Tied up on the play, Birmingham, a nice job. Back checking, takes it away. Clearing pass hits Alonzo in front. Finstrom has it. Backhander save made by Stewart. As once again, I won't call that a giveaway, but it was not a clear exit.
Wow.
It wasn't clean.
When you have the puck on your stick in your zone, Jody, and you go to clear the blue line, and Roanoke stops it and gets a scoring opportunity, that's a giveaway.
I just, for whatever reason, this bothers me a lot when I see 4 Roanoke players sitting in the stands in front of us, knowing what the roster maximums are. Okay, back to play. Roanoke has possession in the Bull zone. They'll chip it back to the blue line. Wilkins keeps it in. He'll send it behind the net. Broman has it. Broman centers a pass, save made by Stewart. Widmar, of all people, was there. Broman finds the loose puck. Tried to get it to Widmar. Olenek takes it away. Colton now ahead for Glover. He missed or dodged a hit over there. And that would have been a big one. Puck comes back behind the Roanoke net, played by Rodebush. Olenek intercepts. There's a centering pass. Gets past everyone. Loose puck played by O'Day through center ice, back into the Bull zone. Gagnon with the puck. Nice pass ahead to Soreski. He just tins it in, deflecting behind the net. Soreski chases it in front. Loose puck picked up near side. Widmar smartly just bangs it off the near boards. He'll take possession himself. Puck intercepted by Birmingham, but it couldn't control. Now loose puck at that far side of the blue line, sent into the near corner by the Bulls. Roanoke taps it back out. In front of the Roanoke bench, played. Loose puck picked up by Soretsky. Soretsky brings it in. His shot knocked down by Novotny. Puck played along the far boards. Birmingham has it. Another stick explodes. That one of Sadowski. Acosta had it. He tried to center a pass back. Dapprich intercepts that, couldn't get it in deep. Now back into the Bull zone. Acosta avoids the check, but sends it behind the net. Both teams making changes. Kip Ledzianko with the puck. He slides it over far side. Now through back into the Roanoke zone. Sinclair with it. Sends it to Scott in front. No one there, and the puck escapes back into neutral ice. Sinclair will back in one right back in. Played by Martin. He'll send it to Marcinkiewicz, who tips it to Acosta. Cross ice pass connects with Drew Crow. Lost possession of the puck. Birmingham's Wood takes it. Now Scahill gets it ahead for Glover, and that one deflects into the stands out of play. 11:39 to go here in the second period. I get the impression, or I get the feeling this next goal is huge, Greg. I've always said, and I've been made fun of for saying 2-goal leads are the most dangerous in hockey. When you get a 2-goal lead, it tends to make you relax a little bit when you have it.
That definitely does, Jody, and that's something where when you were talking about it before, about 3 minutes ago, I said, you know, the next 7 or 8 minutes is the hockey game.
Yep.
And it's not ever next goal wins, but it's definitely next goal is going to have a lot of carry and momentum.
Off the draw, played into the corner. Birmingham finds possession. They'll try and center it back, but easily intercepted by Marcinkiewicz, who skates away. Dom brings it in. Broke the hearts of Bulls fans years ago. A centering pass in front for Finstrom. He didn't connect on it. Loose puck played by Valerian in front. He just sends one floating through, knocked away by Waite. Played into the far corner. Dorsey is there along with Gagnon. Dorsey holds on to the puck, slides it around near side. It comes all the way over for Glover. He takes the hit by Ayanzo, but gets it out to center ice. Ayanzo gives it to Finstrom. That's offside as Marcinkiewicz put himself in offside. The puck hit someone in front when they were trying to connect. 10:57 to go, second period. Bulls down 3-1.
And a little jog down memory lane here, Jody, but remember that series in Roanoke? You mentioned Marcinkiewicz.
Yep.
And he sat on the bench,
he did.
on the end of the bench the entire game, and they played 3 games, 3 nights.
We'll get back to that in a minute. Puck alive. Sadowski catches up with it first, gets it to the blue line, and Sareski skates away. He has Walker far side. Sareski puts the brakes on, chips it behind the net for CJ. He's tied up on the play by Crow. Now it's tied up behind the net. Played by Widmar. Now he'll skate away. Joey Widmar. He loses possession. Sadowski takes it away. His pass intercepted nicely by Broman. Looking for Mueller. Was cruising. Loose puck finds its way back on Broman's stick. Nifty move. Hits it. Sends it far side. Wilkins a shot. He scores. Traffic in front. Stewart didn't see the puck. And just a harmless shot from that far right wing side between the face-off circle and the blue line finds the back of the net. And Greg, we're losing 4-1.
Quick wrister, 2.5 feet off the ice, Jody. Best shot in hockey. You saw Drake Glover. He did it for the Bulls earlier on Rodebush. And here's Roanoke. Traffic in front, little floater in. Those are hard to pick up with bodies in your seeing lanes. And Roanoke is up. 10:18 to go here in the second period. Roanoke 4. Bulls still looking for their first shot here in the second period, down 4-1.
Almost 10 minutes gone here in the second period. Roanoke is, it's an understatement, taking control of this game. Will Roanoke slow down, or will they try and put the foot on the Bulls' throats? That's the question. It's now or never for Birmingham. You've got to respond right now. Now, big hit in front of the Roanoke bench on Scahill from Acosta. Loose puck and behind the net, played by Roanoke. Bryce Martin with the puck. He'll set it up far side for Riefler. Long cross ice pass off of Manning's skate, or stick that is, played into the near side. Another hit, this one Riefler on Scott. Now Roanoke starting to play the body hard. Wood will bring the puck into the Roanoke zone. Right wing side, tries to cut past Crow. He'll cut behind the net. Sends it back to Scott. Near side Scahill with it. Sends one in front looking for a deflection. He gets past everyone and back into center ice.
It's the right idea.
Now Birmingham's Wood deflects it in. Birmingham wholesale changes defensive and forwards. through center ice. Pass off the stick of Finstrom, played now by Gagnon. Jordan banks one off the boards into center ice. Danny Waite had it, turned, spun, he'll send it in deep. Valerian picks it up. A lot of players standing still right now on the ice. Roanoke can afford to do that. They're up by 3 as Finstrom brings the puck in, poked away by Gagnon. There's a shot, blocked in front. Loose puck, right onto the stick though of Roanoke. There's Novotny with it. Gagnon kicks it around near side. Birmingham's gonna have to pick this game up, Greg. They're getting beat to the puck. There's a hit from behind on Glover. That one by Novotny. Birmingham finds the loose puck, sends it down into Roanoke's ice. Played around the near side. Mueller has it. Through the slot, played by Valerian. He'll lift it out. Soretsky gloves it, drops it, and fires it right back in. Rodebush has it. Plays it around far side, picked up by Birmingham's Brasini for Sadowski. Back behind the net, just out of the reach of Soretsky. Aonzo taken into the boards, but Valerian has the puck. CJ with the puck. He'll drop it near side for Aonzo. Birmingham fans getting a little restless here. Broman's shot kind of fanned on that and hit the heel of his stick. Widmar picks the puck up. Behind the net is play for Broman. Near side, Mueller centers one in front. Wilkins was cruising and he sends it over the net. Sadowski fighting for it. Tied up on the play, it comes to Widmar. Sadowski, far boards, banks it, but not out. Widmar keeps it alive. Now Broman has it. Had Marcinkiewicz in front, couldn't get it. Marcinkiewicz has it. There's a deflection off that shot by Widmar. I'm not sure if that would have counted. May have been a high stick, but still almost another one. Now Kepledzianko banks one off the boards and finally out for Birmingham. 7 minutes, 10 seconds to go, second period. Birmingham has given up 4 unanswered goals and now trail 4-1. Stewart. Far side now, pass through center ice, connects with Wood. Couldn't get it to Soretsky. Roanoke takes it away. Acosta has it. Slides it back for Dorsey to Marcinkiewicz. Takes a shot, blocked by Scahill. Puck goes far side. Scott has it. He had it taken away from him. Marcinkiewicz goes down on the play on the hit. Fired right back in. A bouncing puck. A tough save by Stewart as that puck was shot from center ice, but bouncing right in on it. Sinclair will drop it back. Scahill has it. Slowly through center ice. Dumps it in. Played by Crow. Roanoke on him. He'll send it far side loose there. Picked up by Finstrom. 3-on-2 the other way for Roanoke. Drops it for Manning. Timmy Manning takes a shot. Save made by Stewart. Puck finds its way onto the stick of Wood. 2 men back for Roanoke. Wood. He'll cruise the right wing side. Dump it in. Deep line change for the Bulls. 6 minutes to go, second period. Finstrom has it. He'll give it up far side for Riefler. Dumps it into the near corner, played by Youngworth. Birmingham escapes the zone. Gagnon with it, he'll carry it in. Gagnon takes a shot. I believe Rodebush got a piece of it and it goes out of play, but that's a nice shot by Gagnon. Face-off will come up to the right of Austin Rodebush. 5:44 to go here in the second period. Birmingham still, Greg, 1 shot on goal through almost 15 minutes of hockey in the second.
Well, good job by Gagnon there jumping up. He had an open lane there on the left side, Jody, and he hit it with speed. And you know what? He didn't pull up. He didn't look for somewhere else to go. He just drove hard down, kept his feet moving, and got a good shot in motion off on Rodebush. Caught Rodebush a little off guard, but he did get that glove up there, just careened it up out of play. So that's the Bulls' second shot of the night. I didn't see the first one, but that registers as their second shot here with 5:44 to go.
Tonight, Travis Broman has a goal and an assist. Christian Acosta has a pair of assists. Gustav Mueller has a pair of assists. And since Drake Glover gave the Bulls a 1-0 lead, 14-17 into the first period, it's been all Roanoke since. Face off in the Roanoke zone. We get back to play after that media timeout. Olenek on the draw for Birmingham. Widmar for Roanoke. Controlled by Roanoke. Wilkins sets it up for O'Day. Big hit there along the boards by Waite on Mueller. Puck finds us. Waite Youngworth, save made. And Rodebush will hang on to it. Traffic was there in front, and Olenek was there waiting for the puck to drop. But Rodebush controls it. Birmingham will have another draw in the Roanoke zone.
Well, good opportunity there by the Bulls, Jody. Nice low knee-level shot. You could see Rodebush. That could be one of his better saves of the night because he had to handle that with Olenek standing right on the doorstep, just waiting to bang it home. Good puck protection there by Rodebush to pull that one in, smother it.
Off the draw, played by no one. Loose along the near board, still being fought for. Olenek finds it, tried to center it in front. Out is blocked, played along the far wall. Roanoke through center ice has the puck. Behind the Bulls' net, Gagnon ties up Smith. Novotny tried to poke it free, and he does. Novotny wraparound save made by Stewart. Gets his own rebound in front, another save made. That one off the stick of Smith. Roanoke cruising right now. Birmingham desperately needing something good to happen. Puck played in front of the Bulls bench. Picked up by Waite. He's hit hard by Acosta into the Bulls bench. Roanoke beginning to feel themselves a little bit. That puck comes all the way down in the Bulls zone. Stewart plays it, no icing. Backhands a pass for Walker. 3 men back for Roanoke. Walker brings it in. Send it around the boards. Pinching in, Birmingham keeps it alive, but it comes onto the stick of Martin. Far face-off circle. Walker with a shot knocked down in front and goes wide. Martin with the puck. Zaretsky on him. He'll send it into the near corner where Broman has it. Birmingham starting to pick the play up physically, hoping something comes of it. Loose puck picked up, though, by Broman. He'll skate away. 3 men back for Birmingham. He sets it up for Widmar, gets behind Sadowski. Save made. Crimmin clears the rebound far boards. Birmingham Sinclair tips it out. Mueller sends it right back in. Stewart gives it to Crimmin. Crimmin banks one off the boards into center ice for Kip Ledzianko, taken away by Dorsey. And icing will be called as Crimmin goes back to pick the puck up. A little shift there, or that last shift by Birmingham, little bit of physicality on Birmingham that we haven't seen, some checking. And it did result in Birmingham getting possession of the puck offensively. But once again, we can't seem to cut in front and get those scoring chances.
Well, Jody, here's where we are. And just to call it where it is, but as you're watching out there and you're commentating on the big hit in front of the bench, who is that? You know what I mean? It's Roanoke. And you know who it is? Christian Acosta is out there, and the guy's out there running, finishing every hit. Got his nose down. He's getting in all the dirty areas. That guy is playing hard right now, and you look, and I'm like, okay, what does this guy do through the year? Because right now, he is the friggin' Energizer bunny out there for Roanoke. 35 games, 5 goals, 7 assists. But right now, in this moment, he's probably the hardest working guy on the ice.
And he's got a couple of points tonight.
Well, he's just wearing the wrong color jersey for me. But I'm telling you, the way that kid's playing, he's playing like he's 6'4" and bulletproof, and he's 5'9" and 170 pounds. You know what I mean? Like, got to answer that bell.
Face off to the left of Rodebush. Sinclair tried to get a shot right off the draw, but it goes a little wide. Picked up far side Dorsey. He'll dump it in deep. Played by Stewart. He'll give it to Scott. Looks for a place to go and really nothing to do but bank it off the boards. And Aonzo tried to glove it. Did, but it went right into his own bench. So 3:31 to go here in the second period. We'll have a face-off at center ice.
And I'm looking down the Bulls bench, Jody, and I'm like, okay, who's our Acosta? You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
I
Because
know what you
right
mean.
now, it's like Keyshawn Gervais. Remember that
Yeah.
guy for the Bulls way back when?
Be nice to have him
Well,
on the ice
that's
right now.
that's what he's reminding me of right now, and I'm looking down the line like, okay.
Off the draw, controlled by Roanoke. O'Day chips it in for Riefler, who'll send it behind the net, played by Stewart. Wraps one around the boards, kept alive by Roanoke. Puck finds its way near side. Scahill absorbs the hit but gets it out. Kip Ledzianko catches up with it, drops it for Matt Wood. Wood for Waite, back to Waite. Takes the shot, save made, rebound loose. Birmingham couldn't get the shot off, and it was right there on our stick,
Yep.
Greg, right there. Now, Riefler had it. He'll send it back out. Scott sets it up far side. Scahill has the puck. That was Birmingham's best chance. We just couldn't get the shot off. Glover drops it back for Olenek. Try to return for Glover. Well past him. He couldn't get that. Waite sends the slot pass through the slot. Youngworth from the point keeps it alive. Glover takes it away, sets it up far side. Waite return to Glover. There's a pass for Gagnon, who wasn't expecting it, and it gets to center ice. Just get the shot off, guys. Stop being pretty. Puck played along the wall, played by O'Day off the glass and out. Mueller with the puck. He'll send it in. Soretsky takes him, loses the puck, gets it right back. Soretsky near side, played by Olenek and out. Drew Crow with it. Slides it over for Bryce Martin. We're down to 2 minutes to go here in the second period. Walker ties him up, but the puck comes in deep. Played now by Youngworth. Ahead for Brasini. He's hit on the play by Novotny. Now it's loose, picked up by Novotny. He'll cut in deep behind the Bulls' net. Puts the brakes on, gets away from Youngworth. In front, save made off the stick of Smith. The whistle blows, probably a little early, as that puck was still alive. Stewart made the initial save, though. But once again, Greg, that's just too many good scoring chances for a team like Roanoke to have.
Well, you see Roanoke, Jody, and what they're doing is they're attacking those holes, especially in the high slot from the Bulls. The points are jumping in. Their guys are cycling high around out the outside, and they're bouncing in, coming in, hitting those with speed, and you see how quick they're getting those shots off. And Hayden Stewart right now is holding us in.
Valerian with the puck, his shot blocked by Soretsky. Soretsky's had a really good game for Birmingham. If I can signal out anybody, it would be him. Now off the boards, puck played by Stewart. Back behind his own goal line, Birmingham chips it out. Walker with it. Nice pass over for Gronick. Soretsky with him. Gronick had it bounce off his stick. Puck played behind the net by Gronick. Back at the point for Sadowski. Sadowski takes a shot off his own man in front. Never made it through to Rodebush. Birmingham tries to keep possession alive. Puck bounces free. Roanoke clears. We're down to a minute to go here in the second period. Finstrom sends it in deep. Sadowski has it. Gets it past Smith, but not out. Novotny intercepts. Wraps one around the glass. Played around far side by Crimmin to Wood. Bounces off his stick. Birmingham just desperately gets it out. O'Day with it. Ahead to Wilkins, ahead for Acosta, who backhands one right in on Stewart, steers it aside. Crimmin avoids the hit from Smith, banks it off the boards. Birmingham now. Wood gets it ahead to Kip Ledzianko. Kip tried to slide it over for Soretsky, knocked away from everyone. O'Day will pick the puck up for Roanoke. Down to 20 seconds to go. Roanoke just content just to let this clock run off. O'Day slides it back to his defensive partner, Wilkins. Gets it ahead to Mueller, cuts behind Crimmin. Lost possession of the puck, though. He'll regain it. Now loose far side. O'Day has it. No one in front. Thought about a wraparound, gets it back to Martin. Slap shot, score. With 3 seconds to go in this period, Greg. He was just firing the puck in just to see what would happen. And it found the back of the net. And that right there, folks, could be the one that gets you. Wow.
Jody Chernesky philosophy on hockey. Shoot first, ask questions later. And that's exactly what Martin did there. That puck was on his stick. He didn't look up at the clock. He didn't see who was in front of him. He just ripped it. And you can't tell me he aimed it there, but holy cow, what a rocket.
But you don't score if you don't shoot, Greg.
Amen.
And, you know, that's the old Wayne Gretzky philosophy, and he's right.
And it helps if the defense would get out in front of Hayden Stewart.
Off the draw, that will do it for the second period of play, and what a big one it was for Roanoke. Went into the locker room up 2-1 on the Bulls, but Birmingham gave up 3.
Look, Jody.
In the second, as both teams crossing each other's paths, that is.
Acosta leading the charge, barking at the Bulls, and got mixed up with Danny Waite there right off the draw. But, like I said, that's that aggression, that eye of the tiger. And Acosta hasn't played dirty tonight at all. He hasn't taken any stupid penalties, but I am just amazed at how hard that guy is working, Jody.
Well, Greg, you're down 5-1 after 40 minutes. This is the last thing I expected, or definitely the last thing I wanted. Going to be difficult at best to get back into this game. Let's just be honest. I don't know of very many hockey games where the team down 4 comes back and wins the game. It happens. It's done. It can happen. You never know what will happen. But let's just be honest. Things don't look good right now for the good guys. So, you're in that locker room, knowing all of what I just got through saying. You got to be down on yourself. You were so ready for this, so pumped, so prepared, and you look at the scoreboard and see yourself down 5-1. What do you do? What do you say? What is the message in that locker room right now?
What I say to them is, boys, you're wearing the Bulls logo. You're part of the family. And all the way back, 1996, Birmingham versus Louisiana, we were down 5-1 going into the third period, Jody, and we battled back. That Jamie Hicks, Todd Holt, all that crew, and we came back and we went into, I don't know how many overtimes it was, if it was 2 or 3, but we ended up losing it 6-5. But it is possible, but everybody has to come out, Jody, and that was the one thing. For 20 minutes, we were the best team in hockey. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what it takes, but everybody has to buy into that philosophy right now if you're going to have a chance. What do? You break it down into 4 or 5 minute periods. You say, guys, got to score a goal every 5 minutes, take it into overtime, and we'll see what happens from there.
You all right there, Greg?
Excuse me. Yeah.
Little pollen sneeze there?
You know.
Well, I would do, if I could do anything to help this situation, believe me, you know me, I would. I'd do anything I could to turn this around for the Bulls. I do remember the game you're talking about, but I also remember just how hard you had to work to get it to that point, even for the first goal. 1 goal at a time. You can't score 3 with 1 shot, but you can get yourself in a position to score the next one. I don't know what you tell these guys in the locker room if you're Craig Simchuk, but I do know this. This is the playoffs. This is when you let it all hang out. This is when you leave nothing on the ice. You do whatever it takes to get back into this, and I have a feeling that it'll be a different period in the third. I just don't know exactly how you do this. I just don't.
And it is, Jody, and, you know, it's one of those things, and this is what I'm about to say is what I was talking about before the pregame when I said that there's a certain mentality. And for anybody that's played hockey out there, and, you know, we've got some of that hockey lineage on our team. You know, we've got Danny Wade and Dougie Wade. He's sitting at home right now watching. He's going to know what I'm talking about when I say this stuff. But it's like you go through a hockey season, and it's a grind. You know what I mean? And you hit that point after February, March, and it's like you get through that hump, and then you get into the end of the season, and it's like it seems so much of a weight when you're looking back at how far you've come in the season. But you hit the playoffs, that's all gone.
Yep.
And, you know, you even saw it from some of the people and just some of the rink officials and stuff like that. They're like, oh, man, you know, you know, got to come to the rink. It's nice outside and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, you guys are looking at this the wrong way.
Yep.
It's not about how long it's been. The bottom line is if you don't find a way, you don't find something inside of you to bring it out and go after and grab this hockey game, it's like it doesn't matter how long the season seems today, because come Monday morning, one of these two teams is going to be done, and there's no coming back from that, and you're done. You can grab your golf clubs and you can hang it up. So that, and I'm getting fired up just thinking about it because I've been there.
Because you've been there and you've been in this position before, and you just hope that fire that I just heard out of you, that passion, is somewhere in that locker room that can spread.
Do you care, Jody? And that's what it comes down to right now, because right now in that Birmingham Bulls locker room, you can either be down there and you can pack it in and say, oh, hey, we had a good run, boys, and blah, 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 and all that, or you can go down there, you can grab your buddy and give him a shake and stir him up a little bit, and those are the guys with the C's and A's on their jersey. They got to go down there, get fired up, grab some of these young guys, because I've been that young guy in the locker room, and it's like, hey, well, we'll have next year. We'll come back and we'll do it all. And, man, every time you say that, Jody, and I know it in junior hockey, you got 4 years in junior hockey, oh, well, we'll have next year. And then next year you say the same thing. And pretty soon, you're a graduating player, you get your ring and your watch,
but
and
it's
you
done.
know,
it's
and
over.
you never did anything.
Yeah.
And that's my point.
I'll never forget the last time I was sitting on the end of the bench in the dugout in a baseball game, and it hit me that this is the last time I'm going to wear a uniform competitively. And you talk about emotions. I remembered all the times I went through with my parents and all the early mornings, late nights. I hope that desire, I hope that passion, I hope that realization that this is it, guys. This is the time you got to come alive. For all those years we prepared, this is what we prepared for. And hope that it works out. And hope at least that it does work out.
And that's
5-1's a hard deficit to overcome, though, Greg.
Well, it is, but the whole thing about it, and it may not happen in the next 20 minutes, Jody, and I don't care if it does right now. But what I want to see is I want to see the guys rally around the logo and rally around each other and the family that they built this year, because you're exactly right. At the start of the year, we had a bunch of individuals on the ice all pulling the rope in different directions, and it looked like a donkey show out there. Yeah. You know what I mean?
And young at that.
Yeah, and well, a young donkey show. Then the guys matured and they came together and they rallied around each other. And when the group pulled the rope, Jody, nobody could stop them. But right now I'm seeing guys pull up. They're coming to the bench. They're looking up at the lights. And I'm like, you got to nip that in the bud right now. And we can't have that or this season is over.
I want to say something, too, as we were about to break for our second period intermission. Just got a nice card, and you did as well. A thank you card, so to speak, from the kids that were here earlier in the year from Pontotoc High School and Pontotoc Junior High School in Mississippi. They were so nice and so grateful that they were able to sing the national anthem here at the hockey game, and they took the time to send us a thank you for airing them on TV and the sound of. I can't tell you what that means to me. There still are good kids out here, Greg.
Yeah.
And that means a lot, and that's very reflective of who these kids are, how they're taught in school, and what they're going through at home. And I really appreciate the card, the kids that were here from Pontotoc Junior High and Pontotoc High School.
And you could see it, Jody, when they were here. You know what I mean? The kids came in. They were very mature. They were professional. You know, they came in. They did the job.
They were so happy to be here.
They did an excellent job singing on top of everything else. But in just watching that group and how they were when they weren't on the, on the stage, so to speak. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They were good kids. Very polite, very respectful. Awesome.
Good to see. I used to be a school teacher, and I'm telling you, it's good to see when you see kids like that. All right. That'll do it for 2 periods of play. I hate to tell you guys, the good guys are in a bad position. We're down 5-1 with 20 minutes to go. We'll see what happens in the next 20 minutes, but remember, there's still hockey left to be played, not only here, but in Roanoke as well. Anything can happen in a short 3-game series. But for right now, we need some goals. So, Greg Dreveny here, along with me, Jody Chernesky. Stay with us. Another 8-9 minutes, we'll have third period action for you. This is Birmingham Bulls hockey. right, welcome back to the Pelham Civic Complex. Jody Cherneski here along with Greg Drevany as we're getting set for third period of action. And just quite honestly, it doesn't look too good for the Bulls, but stranger things have happened. More goals have been scored in one period than 4, but sadly that's what we need. We need 4 goals, and we need to keep the other guys with none. So, Greg, if you're playing goal, what are you telling the people in that locker room, or what do you as a goaltender say, if anything?
Well, you got to go around the room and, you know, it might have happened, but Hayden Stewart did his part. He held in there. He didn't quit. He kept playing through, even when they got a couple of bad bounces, things like that. But at the end of the day, you have to clear the zone, Jody. I don't care if you blast it off the wall and ice the puck 100 times. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
3 out of the 5 goals were scored on bad exits by the Bulls. It ended up costing them. It's no different in football. If your quarterback throws interceptions, good luck winning a football game.
It's a good analogy.
And here we are facing that. The bottom line, doesn't matter what happened for the last 40 minutes. What matters is what are we going to get right now?
The only other game around the league tonight, Peoria is in Macon, and they lead, or actually won, the game 2-0 over the homestanding Macon Mayhem. No surprise there. Maybe the margin of win was a little surprising. I thought it would be more than that. But either way, Peoria takes a 1-0 lead in that series. Now off the draw, played in the Bull zone. Widmar has it. In that far corner gets it back to Broman, who has a goal tonight. He's watched by Scott. Curls away from Doug. Back at the blue line for O'Day, who sends it behind the Bulls' net. Gets past everyone, comes out for Gustav Mueller. There's a centering pass for Broman. His shot goes wide, loose. Birmingham backhands one out. In front of the Bulls bench, big hit there by Birmingham. They'll skate away with the puck. Doug Scott with it. Gains the center ice stripe, sends it in. Rodebush stops it. Kip Ledzianko had it, bounced off his stick. Tries to keep it alive. Bryce Martin there, he takes it. He'll send it far side where Marcin Kavics has it. Dom Marcin Kavics backhands one behind the net for Martin. Bryce Martin still with the puck, waits on some help. Finstrom circling. Martin holds on to the puck. He really doesn't have to do anything. Birmingham's going to have to pressure him, and they do. And finally, Martin just clears one down the ice, and icing is going to be the call on Roanoke.
And there it is, Jody, a simple play. If nothing is there, then just do what Roanoke just did. Rip the puck off the glass and ice it. What's the worst thing that happens? You get about 35 seconds to rest. You get to come down, have a face-off, and get everybody organized and rally on, get on the same page.
Face off to the right of Austin Rodebush. Loose under the skates of Wade. He turns and spins, gets a shot off. Rodebush was in position, though. He's shaking his head. He makes the save and covers it, so we'll do it again.
Well, you can see Roanoke so far, Jody, and I know we're just a minute in, but they look pretty content out there. You know what? So, the 5-minute rule. You're the Bulls. You want to get a goal here before the 15-minute mark.
Wade on the draw again for Birmingham. Finstrom wins the draw, basically just shoots the puck down the ice. Back to pick it up is Youngworth. Ahead for Kip Ledzianko. He'll bank one off the glass end. Valerian is there first. He'll send it around near side. Crimmin pitch again, keeps it alive for Birmingham. Valerian knocked off the play by Walker. It's loose in front of the Roanoke net. Comes out far side. Youngworth chips it behind. Walker is there. Kip Ledzianko as well. Kip gets it back for Youngworth. Down in front goes Walker. He's slow to get up. He took a little shot from behind. Kip Ledzianko has it. That one whistled maybe off the shoulder of Rodebush and back into the Bulls zone. Played by Crimmin. He'll skate away. Gets away from one man, gains the center ice stripe and dumps it in. Comes out near side. Soretsky is there. Into the corner for Olenek. Back to Soretsky. To the blue line for Gagnon. Slides it far side. Back to Gagnon. Sends one in front, deflected. Gronick was there. It goes wide. Nice try. Nice idea. Roanoke takes it. Nice as the puck. We'll come back and do it again in the Roanoke zone. 17:34 to go. third period, Roanoke 5, Birmingham 1.
Well, and that was it, Jody. Quick D to D, back to Gagnon. Good low shot, pads high, in on net. Rodebush with traffic has to come rolling out of his net. And you know what? He's out of position right there. We just didn't get a bounce. So what do? Rinse and repeat. Do that 100 times, and I guarantee it's going to pay off at least 30% of the time.
We don't have time to do it 100 times right now, Greg.
Well, you got 17 minutes, and that's 1 out of 100, so 99 more times I'll be counting.
Off the draw, Olenek had a shot at it. His stick was lifted, knocked away. He'll send it behind the net. Soretsky is there, gives it up for Gronick. He's pinned up against the boards. Along with the puck, they'll try and kick it free. Gronick has it, gets it, tried to get it back to Gagnon. His pass is knocked down. There's a cross-ice pass just past Sadowski. Probably thinking about the shot before he caught about the reception, and it gets back into the Bull zone. Gagnon with the puck. Gets it ahead. That one off the stick of Gronick right into Bryce Martin, who just slipped a soft one into center ice for Manning. Loose puck there, picked up by the Bulls, Soretsky. He'll dump it in. It's gloved by Rodebush and drop for Martin. Puck played down at center ice. Birmingham dumps it right back in. Martin plays it behind his own net for Crow. Crow spins away from one man, gets it back behind the net for Martin. Whips one around the far boards and out, and it looks like Roanoke is just content in playing, get the puck out of my zone, and you guys play with it. Scott gets it up far side for Youngworth. Off the stick of Sinclair, bounces in. Crow has it. Kip Ledzianko gets it back for Scott, takes the shot, loose puck, off the rebound, behind the net it's played. Crow has it. Waite was upended on the play, no call. Danny with the puck, tried a centering pass, went right to Widmar. Far corner, Widmar has it. Scott keeps it in front, deflection, save made off the stick of Ledzianko. Kip, I'm not sure, was expecting that shot, but he had his stick on the ice where it belongs and was able to get the puck in on Rodebush. But Austin kicks the puck out of the net. 15:52 to go, third period.
And you can see, Jody, there it was, 98 more. Okay, but you see the Bulls, that's exactly what they're doing now. They're just throwing the pucks in, knees high on the net, creating traffic in front, and they've had 2 good scoring opportunities here in the first 5 minutes. And what do we got here? Timeout? Timeout, Roanoke.
I'm not quite sure what the reason for that timeout would be, but I see the captain of Roanoke screaming out something. Matt O'Day. I guess the coach is not quite content on the way the style is being played right now. Just keep away.
100%, and that's what I was saying. As Roanoke came out and the Bulls got those 2 scoring opportunities, we haven't seen the Bulls with that much possession and traffic in front of the net having their way with scoring opportunities all night, where Roanoke looks like they're all ready to order their food and get on the bus, and they've already packed this one in. So that's good news for me as a Bulls fan. You're sitting here, the Bulls, 52 seconds, Jody. Got to wind it up. Do exactly what you're doing. Keep getting those pucks to the net, traffic in front, and battling hard. Danny Waite taking abuse down there behind the net.
No doubt.
To get those pucks out in front. But you have to anticipate. Danny Waite's playing at a different level than the guys around him right now. He threw that puck out exactly where you needed to be, but guys had to react to it after the fact, and they were just a step behind.
Danny Waite on the draw along with Finstrom. Finstrom, a well-traveled man from Huntsville to Fayetteville to Roanoke. Almost wound up in Birmingham. Gagnon with the puck. Off the draw. Sends one in front, loose puck right in the slot. He was looking for a deflection, good idea from Gagnon, and just never made it through to Rodebush. Puck comes behind the net. Finstrom absorbs the hit, not once but twice from Gagnon, and back the other way, 3-on-2. Gagnon down behind the play, takes a stick from Finstrom. Roanoke loses possession in the Bull zone. Big hit along the boards there by Novotny on Daprich. Puck loose, played into the Bull zone. Off the body of Finstrom and out for Birmingham. Behind Brasini comes to Walker. Walker's shot Valerian blocks it. Brasini plays it behind the net. It'll come out far side. Novotny throwing his weight around. Puck kick back behind the goal line. Roanoke will play it near side. Crimmin finds the puck. Sends one into the corner. Down on the play goes Waite. No call. Puck played out by Roanoke and down the ice. Icing will be called on the rail yard, Dogs. 14:50 to go here in the third period. Still 5-1 Roanoke.
And that's it. Maintenance mode, Jody. You know what I mean? They're not stretching like they were in the first. They're just keeping everybody tight. And this is good news for the Bulls. Because like you said, are they going to come out? Are they going to stomp on the throat of you?
Yeah.
Or are they going to ease up and be like, okay, we've got this one in the bag? Hey, I've seen that attitude let a lot of games slip away for a lot of teams.
First media timeout of the third period, and we have a goalie change for Birmingham. Hayden Stewart out of the contest. I'm not blaming him for any of the goals, none of them. And Taylor Joseph goes in for the Bulls. I had a feeling that something like that was going to happen when it's 4-1. Joseph in the net now for Birmingham. Out on the ice for the Bulls, Soretsky, Olenek, Youngworth, along with Brasini and Crimmin. Countering is Valerian, Smith, Finstrom, Novotny, and Johnny Ayanzo for Roanoke. Face-off will be to the left of Austin Rodebush. Soretsky on the draw for the Bulls. Noah Finstrom for Roanoke. Had a solid crew tonight, the referees. No complaints at all. Crimmin with the puck off the draw. Sends a shot in, deflected by Smith out of play. All year long, we've had ups and downs with the officiating, Greg. To be quite honest with you, there's been a couple of nights I've wanted to go out there on the ice myself and strangle the guys in the zebra suits. But this crew's been very good. But it's supposed to be that way. It's the playoffs.
Sure.
You send your best for the playoffs. And this two-man rotation with the orange stripes, 2 referees, 2 linesmen, works so much better than just one. But the problem is manpower. There's just not enough referees available for all the leagues that they have to service, and this being one of them. Off the draw, played by Martin behind the net. Skating away with the puck is Roanoke. True Crow gets it ahead for Acosta, who's had a great game. Crimmin catches up with the puck first, can't clear it. Loose puck played by Roanoke. Martin sends one in, save made by Stewart as we heard the thud of the pad. And he'll hold it for a face-off. 14:26 to go here in the third. Well, we didn't get one in the first 5, Greg, so that means we need 2 over the next 4 minutes, 26 seconds.
Well,
can we do it?
Roanoke scored them a minute apiece.
Yep.
For
right.
2 of them. So, all it takes is 2 shots, Jody.
12 seconds into a period last night, Evansville scored to go. They got the draw and drew it back to the defenseman. 1 pass, and they were gone.
They came out on fire.
Off the draw, loose puck played by Roanoke. Mueller has it, cuts behind the Bulls net, wrap around, save made by Joseph. Puck loose along the near boards. Broman throws his weight around, knocks the helmet off Glover.
Right.
Loose puck in the slot. Broman has it, backhands the pass over. Mueller will cut behind the net. Sadowski tried to hit. There's a pass, gets through Broman, who is wide open back door. Takes the puck away. Broman comes in, tried to slide it for Widmar. Buzzing right now is Roanoke. Birmingham takes the puck away. Kip Ledzianko has it. Almost lost possession and does. Widmar has it. Kip is just snake bit right now. Puck played along the far boards, comes behind the net. Joseph will play it. Sadowski wasn't ready for it. He gets to Waite, and Waite clears. Alex Wilkins with the puck. Slides it far side, played by Manning. Tim Manning brings it in, takes the shot, deflected it wide. On the far boards, Wilkins has it. Slides one over to O'Day. Top of the face-off circle, shot, save made by Joseph. And with everybody and their brother standing right in his crease, he just calmly holds it. We'll have a face-off to his right.
Well, but on that shot, Jody, that's exactly, and as a goaltender, I saw a lot of those back in the day, and that's exactly what you want your guys to do. Don't try and be a goalie. You don't have the gear for it. What I want you to do is go get in the face of the guys trying to get in front of me, and that was perfect there by the Bulls. Everybody boxed out. They left a shooting lane, and Joseph's not going to get beat from a 50-foot shot.
Off the draw. Waite wins it. Now the puck is loose behind the net. Marcinkiewicz takes it away. Nifty pass over to Matt O'Day at the blue line. His shot never made it through. Loose puck picked up, though, by Finstrom. Back for O'Day. Cross-ice pass connects with Wilkins, who will dump it behind the net. Into the corner the puck is played. Taken away by Waite. Waite can't clear. Puck does find its way under the stick of C.J. Walker, and it's quickly taken away. Back into the Bull zone. Puck is played. Birmingham has it. Waite will tip it in. No icing. It'll be coming around the far side. Wilkins has it. Roanoke tried to take the puck away. He'll tie it up behind the net. Now Waite comes in along with O'Day and Riefler. Still tied up right behind Austin Rodebush. Squirts free to the far side. Back behind the net, the puck goes. Centers a pass in front. Olenek, his shot goes well wide of the net. Puck finds its way for Scott. His pass is out of the zone. Birmingham has to vacate. Wilkins with the puck. Gives it up near side Acosta. Christian Acosta, big night. Brings the puck in, gives it up for Riefler. Riefler had it knocked away from him. Now it's loose in the slot. Manning is there. He scores. Found the loose puck. He just put a backhand on it, and it beats Taylor Joseph. And this score is now 6-1 Roanoke.
And once again, Jody, loose puck. There it is on the stick of Roanoke. That was a one-hander, a backhander.
Yep.
And just found its way home. They don't ask how, they just show how many. And, you know, as just before they scored that goal, and I was watching everybody go up and down the ice, Jody, I was sitting there thinking, think about how many guys, I'm going to go back and watch the broadcast, whose name are you calling the most
exactly.
out of everybody? Because you know what? Those are the guys who are most involved. And some guys are invisible, and we haven't even said their name tonight.
Off the draw. Mueller puts it back into the Bull zone. Birmingham trailing 6-1 here at home in game one of this President's Cup first round series. Broman has the puck. Slides it in front. Mueller's there. Backhand score. Okay, this is getting out of hand, Greg.
Oh.
That's just effort and lack of right there. I'm sorry, but that's exactly what that is.
There you go. It's a blown assignment right in front of the net. And I'm not going to call it out, but go back, hit rewind, watch what happened, and that's it. We just got outmanned, outgunned, and we gave up on the play, and there it is, 6-1.
Holy cow. 7-1 now.
+1. Good thing it's not. Good thing it's not football, and we're only going up by ones.
I'm shocked. I really am. I shouldn't be, because anything in the playoffs is possible, but I'd never, ever expected this. Back to play. Smith has the puck. He'll chip it ahead to center ice. Finstrom will bring it in. He just wraps one around the boards. That timeout by Roanoke will come up. There's a pass right out in front. Taylor Joseph, I don't know how he made that save. Finstrom found the puck on his stick as he was crashing the net through the slot. Got a good shot off on the backhand. Joseph made the save and keeps it from being 8-1.
Wow. That's what happens, Jody, when you don't put in the effort and you don't have that intensity in that jam. Guess what? The pucks start bouncing against you, and that's exactly what happened there. Good job. Joseph was there to save the day.
I would go back and give you the summary, but it doesn't matter. 7-1, Bulls trail. There's a shot by Smith.
Off the post.
That one hit iron. Puck played in the corner. Smith has the puck. Sets it up far side. Crow behind the net. Gagnon is there. He takes the hit. Puck comes out far side. Kipledzianko chips it out. Walker may catch up with it first. Crow takes him off the play. Loose puck in the Roanoke zone. Played by Bryce Martin. Crowd beginning to hit the exits. Acosta behind his own net has the puck. He'll whip it around the far side. It gets out of the zone. Sadowski picks it up for the Bulls. Played by Soretsky into the zone. Gronick takes his man down. That could have been a diving penalty, but it really doesn't matter. Back at the point, Youngworth has it. Slides it far side for Sadovsky. His shot gloved by Rodebush, who's feeling it, and he holds on. Face-off will be to his left. Well, what do you do then, Greg? I mean, it's obvious this game is done. 10.5 to go, 10:21 to be exact. You're trailing by 6 goals. It's obviously the passion, well, not really the passion, that intensity is left. So what do you do?
Well, what you do, Jody, is the same thing you should do from the beginning. Is you go out, you just play every shift and don't look at the scoreboard, but you want to compete, and that's the bottom line.
Off the draw, loose puck far side, picked up by Manning. He's hit on the play. Now it's loose. Riefler has it, and he'll tip it into the Bull zone. Soretsky takes that pass, deflects it in. Rodebush calmly out of his net, plays it around near side. Soretsky absorbs the hit from Wilkins, sets it up for Gronick, plays it back at the point. Sadovsky's shot never made it through. Behind the net, Bulls play it. Tried a centering pass. Wilkins knocked that down, and O'Day will have it for Roanoke. Ahead for Riefler. Taken away from him by Soretsky. Lifted back into center ice. O'Day has it. Matt O'Day gets it right back out, and Riefler backhands one in. Running after it is Youngworth. Catches up with it first before Manning. Played by the Bulls now. Hits a stick that was broken on the far side, so no icing. Picked up by Dorsey. Dorsey dodges Glover. Sets it in deep. Taylor Joseph whips it around the boards. Funny hop. Comes right to the Bulls, though, and will clear it. Back into center ice. Sinclair has it. He'll bring it in. Takes the shot about 2 foot wide of that far post. Puck tied up, taken away by Kip Ledzianko. Centers a pass for Wood. His slap shot deflected by Valerian, and that one goes wide. And back out into Birmingham's into the ice. Puck goes. Scahill will pick it up for Birmingham. Under 9 minutes to go here in the third period. Scahill avoids the hit of Acosta, sends it in. It's knocked down by Rodebush. Played at the blue line by Scott. Takes a hit there from Smith. Scott keeps it alive, but out of the zone. Puck goes. Smith will pick it up. Sebastian Smith brings it in, drops it back from Arsenkiewicz. Little nifty backhand pass, a little too cute, intercepted by Scott. And it gets back to center ice. Deflects off 2 men, so no icing is called. Martin will pick it up. Played at center ice. Smith gets it to Widmar. Through the crease, puck is sent, gets past Novotny. Overskating the puck was Gronick. Novotny keeps it alive. He'll play it behind the net for Widmar, who's tied up by Dapprich. Underneath him, puck squirts free. Olenek had a shot at it, lost it, gets it back to the blue line. Wilkins has it. Slides it over for O'Day. Right back for Wilkins. Behind the net, puck is played. Dapprich there, tried to poke it free. It comes to Broman. Wilkins with it, back to O'Day, far side. Puck played behind the net. Dapprich tries to get it out. We just can't do it. Now finally the puck escapes the zone. Gronick tips it into the Roanoke, into the ice. Line change for the Bulls. Widmar has it. Cuts behind his own net. Gets away from Soretsky. Holds on to the puck. Through center ice, out of the reach of Dorsey. Gagnon takes the puck and fires it back in. Even up 7-1, Greg. Roanoke's finishing their checks.
Oh, yeah.
Glover has the puck far side. Centers a pass for Sadovsky. His shot really knocked out the play as his stick exploded. And Roanoke clears it back down the end of the ice. Icing will be called on the rail yard, Dogs. 6:59 to go in the third period of play. Bulls trailing 7-1.
So, Jody, all the way back to 1994, I was playing with the Sudbury Wolves. And I was thinking about this in the intermission, depending on which way this game could go. And, you know, you're always talking about, well, hey, you know, was there a time when? We went all the way, drove from Sudbury to Newmarket. It was game 6. And I went into Newmarket. I started in net. I was pulled after probably the first 6 shots. Talk about a long night on the bench, Jody. We lost that game in game 6, best of 7. Tied it up 3-3 in Newmarket. We lost 11-1.
Oh my gosh.
In OHL Major Junior A hockey. turned around, got on the bus, came all the way back to Sudbury. We had a day off. We came out for Game 7, and we lit it up, and we beat them 5-1. So, what's the moral of the story? It can be done, and who cares? You know what I mean?
You got to flush this one.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
The bottom line is you got 6 periods of hockey potentially left. You go up to Roanoke and return the favor.
Yeah,
is what you do.
100%.
But you got to find that intensity, Greg.
Right.
We've lost it somewhere, and they've got to find it. They've just got to find it. Off the draw, played into the corner. Roanoke has it. Birmingham's weight keeps it alive. He'll chip it behind the net. Wilkins knocks that puck down. Now it's tied up underneath of Walker and Wilkins. Mueller plays it. Gets back to the blue line. Birmingham keeps it alive. Scahill sends it behind the net. Kiplezianko sends a centering pass out, but knocked down on the play was Walker, and Roanoke clears it. Now Kip, better watch out. Delivered a hit after the fact. I have a hand pass on the play, but I don't want to see this kind of play because of frustration.
Right.
We don't need to be frustrated. We need to channel that somehow. We got to get back to what got us here.
Play the game well. What got us here was solid defensive hockey, Jody, and making the simple plays and not trying to be too fancy and, clear the blue line hockey in your own zone 100% of the time.
Now here we
go again.
This is Timmy Manning. I believe that's Scahill. A little pushing and shoving, cross-checking, going.
Gronick.
They're still getting the sticks up. That is Gronick.
See, that's where
that's not normally you don't see Kyra and Gronick doing that. It's got to be a little frustration. It's got to be.
Take the sticks away. Either stop sticking each other and drop the gloves and go if you want to get that out of your system.
That's old school hockey, but you're right. That's the way you make a lot of this stop. Now they're going at it right off the draw. Manning and Gronick now.
Look, 4 of them.
Anzo comes in to try and give him a shove. Puck comes free into the Roanoke zone, played by the Dawgs. Valerian has it. Lifts one into center ice. Reefer absorbs the hit from Gronick. Loose puck played by the Bulls. Now Lennox takes the hit from Valerian. This is when things can get out of hand quickly, though, Greg. One wrong move with the stick, one high stick, one slash, one cross check, and before you know it, you're out of control. Off the far boards, puck is played by the Bulls. Skating away with the puck is Soreski gets away from Crow, puts the brakes on, slides it around near side. Back at the point, Crimmon's shot steered aside by Rodebush, comes out the other side. Widmar has it. Roanoke will, I was going to say clear, but it's tied up right at the blue line. Birmingham pokes it right back in. Widmar will get it though. Cuts through his own slot, and he'll slide it across, and Marcinkiewicz through center ice. Back to Widmar, bring it in right wing side, the Bull zone. Crimmon on him. Widmar drops it back. Marcinkiewicz is there, avoids the hit from Kip. I'm telling you, Kip's going to get in trouble real quick if he doesn't find his demeanor.
Cool.
Yep. Gustav Mueller with the puck. He's tied up on the play, brings it into the boards. Sinclair is there. Mueller tried to ward him off with his body. It's loose, played back to Marcinkiewicz. Down low. Mueller has it. He'll curl out in that face-off circle through the slot. Mueller takes the shot well wide of the net. Rebound off the board. Sinclair will clear it and out into center ice. Crow has the puck for Roanoke. Slides it up for Finstrom, who'll bring it in. Back behind the net. Finstrom had it, lost it. Knocked down out of the air. Birmingham tries to clear. They don't need to clear it. They need to get the puck down the ice and score. Now, Waite through center ice. 3 men back on him. He has no choice but to backhand one in. Played by Rodebush. Far side, Birmingham keeps it alive. Dapprich for Waite. Waite centers a pass back. Shot goes well wide off the stick of Gronick. Now in the corner, Birmingham trying their best to keep this puck alive offensively. Matt O'Day sends it around the boards, tied up just behind the netminder Rodebush, comes out far side. Broman gives it up. Manning with 1 man back for Birmingham, brings it in. He just lifts one down. He'll go in and after it. Danny Waite has it. He'll slide it over for his defenseman. Dapprich Off the boards through center ice, played by Valerian. 3.5 to go, third period. Bulls trail 7-1. Riefler will dump it in. It gets past Joseph. Comes out far side or near side for Dorsey to Riefler. Dorsey with the puck in the corner. Curls away from Dapperts. Cuts behind the Bulls net. Sets it up back at the point. Aonzo with it. Gives it up for Valerian. Centers a pass for Riefler. He whiffed on the shot. Puck comes free to the near side. Valerian has it. Sends one in high and above the net. Played far side by Marcinkiewicz. Still 7-1 they're up, Greg, and they are not relinquishing possession of this puck. Soretsky has the puck behind his own net. Marcinkiewicz forechecking him. Puck slides out now to center ice where Novotny has it. Aonzo brings it in. Marcinkiewicz finds the loose puck, sends it into the far corner. Novotny cuts behind the net. They're looking for more. Novotny centers one. Gets past everyone, gloved by the Bulls and out. Tried to set it up for Sinclair. He's got it. He'll bring it in behind the net, taken away from him. Aonzo tied up Sinclair, and Crow finds the puck. Birmingham intercepts the puck. Walker gives it up for Sinclair. Cross-ice pass. Shot blocked by Novotny. Comes right back to Scale. His shot deflected by Novotny out of play. And 2:07 to go here in the third period. This one, Greg, is done.
2 minutes and 7 seconds, Jody, and then you got an 8-hour bus trip. What's the itinerary anyway?
I don't know if they're going tonight or in the morning. If you and I were going, which we're not, we had a chance to, but powers that be ruled that we didn't need to go to this one. Either way, I think when you and I went before, along with Pat Johnson, it's about 8.5, 9 hours on the road, and that's stopping to hit the plumbing station every once in a while and dance with the devil with, who was that motorcycle gang we ran into? We stopped on the way to Roanoke to get something to drink in Virginia, and I'm not kidding, people. There were at least 20 people. It wasn't Hell's Angels. It was something else. 20 motorcycles there. Some of them with that 1%er, some of them with the lifer.
Right.
This was not a movie we were a part of the setup. This was real life. And you were stuck in the bathroom of this gas station along with at least half dozen, if not more, of these biker gangs. Pat Johnson and I sitting in the truck thinking, do we go in? Do we see if he's okay? Is he bleeding? Is something going on? You went 5, 6, 7 minutes without coming out. We were worried. We thought something was going on. We thought you were in trouble. But we knew we could do nothing about it. Back to play. Roanoke sends one back into center ice, back into the Bull zone. Youngworth will pick it up, under 2 to go. See if you can find the name of that gang. I can't remember.
Oh, I know who they were.
But I remember them from these documentaries as Roanoke Manning backhands one in. It comes to Riefler, but in ahead of the play was Finstrom, so offside is the call. Who were they?
They were the Pagans.
The Pagans, that's it. Right. And I'm not exaggerating, people, when I say there were 20 to 30 out there, both men and women.
Well,
and I didn't even want to make eye contact with them, to be honest with you. But I was in the store when about 6 of them came in, and all I wanted to do was pay for my stuff and get out.
Well, it's funny.
And then you held us up.
When you mention True Crow, Jody, that was a scene out of that what's that motorcycle series, Sons of Anarchy?
Oh, really?
From way back when.
Well,
yeah.
that may be where he got his name from then.
Well,
because I was asking one of the other players before the game, what's the origin of that name, True Crow? And he looked at me and said, that's a great question. I don't know. But that was a night or a day I'll never forget. We were ready to go. Pat and I both were, and there you were, just, I don't know, you're just looking around the store, having the time of your life. We thought you were in trouble, and
it's one of those things, Jody, where you don't want to move too quickly like you're afraid, so you just go about your business.
You got to be kidding me. I was ready to move real quickly to get out of there. Puck played behind the Roanoke net, loose. Played by Crow into the corner, that Zamboni entrance. Now hit from behind by Dorsey on Gagnon, who takes the puck, sends it in, gloved by Rodebush. He wanted to keep the play alive. Dropped it and then decided, we'll do another face-off, 1:16 to go.
Well, that was one of those things, Jody, where, number one, only turn off the regular exits. You know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean.
You don't ever hit the small exits that don't have like major pilots or loves or anything like that. And we should have got a clue when we pulled in. There was about 17 Harleys all around the gas pump.
Why did we stop after seeing that? You remember? Pat was driving. I'll blame him. If something were to have happened to me, it would have been Pat Johnson's fault. But he still pulled into the gas station.
Sure.
And we didn't even need fuel. Needed to go to the bathroom is what it was. Soretsky with the puck off the draw. Backhands one behind the net. Olenek is there, taken away by Manning. He's hit on the play by Brasini. Sticks getting up. Loose puck finds the stick of Manning. He'll get it out of the zone. Finstrom backhands one in. Down to a minute to go. Gagnon plays it into the near corner. Jordan Gagnon tries to get it out. Kept alive by Roanoke. They'll put it right back in. On the near wall, Brasini gets the stick up high. I told you it was going to happen.
Yep.
Valerian got him high. No call. Brasini trying to get his wits about him. Back behind the net. Bulls have it. Gagnon with the puck. He just lifts one out. Played by Manning. 30 seconds left. Manning will just go set up shot behind his net and let the clock run.
See, like Valerian right there, cross-checking Glover. Like, give me a break. It's 7-1.
He's in the face of Glover. Valerian trying. I don't know if this is something to send a message into Roanoke with, but they're going at it like it was 1-1 in overtime.
Is this Valerian's first shift of the game or what? Like, what's he doing?
Down to under 10 seconds to go. Puck play. There's a big hit. There's a penalty coming up, but with 3.3 seconds left on the clock, they went after Glover. There was no doubt Valerian was going after Drake Glover then.
Look.
And now back, here we go. Gronick takes a slash from Smith. Gronick's had enough. He drops his glove.
Yeah, might as well send everybody now and take a couple of their good players.
But this is what I'm talking about, though. You can't, you knew this was going to happen.
Right.
But I didn't think it'd be like that. Valerian going after Glover, and now Smith's going to be escorted off the ice, and I'm sure Gronick will as well. I hope nothing else comes of it. Now Smith curls back around. Why is he going to the penalty box?
I don't know.
Send his rear end to the locker room. The game's over. What are you doing?
There you go.
That's better.
They got it.
Gee, Mametti.
But yeah, I mean that's the that's the thing there, Jody. And you know what? And I'm not kidding. Valerian, I haven't said his name all night. You know what I mean? Now here he is out there with 10 seconds left, and all of a sudden he's shadowing Glover and starts cross-checking him in front of Rodebush. Like, give me a break. That's one way. That's a technique. That's a message to be sent before the next game, too, Greg. He's trying to get Glover tossed because if Valerian can go out there under 5 minutes or whatever, if they get a game in a game for sticking them or doing something like that, then Glover doesn't go to Roanoke and the series is over.
And Glover's got a 2-minute penalty on the board, which is
I'll take
pointless right now. The game's over.
I'll take a 2-minute penalty because
what did he do to deserve that?
He was trying to goad him in to getting a 5 and getting tossed. That's what he was trying to do. Hey, just like pulling your goalie.
I lose respect for players like that. Valerian's still on the ice, by the way. He's the catalyst of all that. He's the one that started the mess. He's still skating around out there. Smith's in the locker room. Again, why is Glover on the bench, on the penalty box? Game's over. 3.3 seconds remaining. Glover should have been sent off just to make sure nothing crazy happened to Drake. Who knows if they're going to go after him or not. Face off in the Bull zone. Drop, Bulls control. Valerian go in after someone else.
Right.
And he's telling I don't know who that was. Was it Scahill? Telling him, get your stick down. Were you trying to cross-check me with 3 seconds to go and you're up by 6? I mean, now Valerian's still going after.
3 seconds to go and Valerian's charging into the corner like he's going to finish his hit. I mean, you want to impress the coach, do it in the first period, not in the last 15 seconds of a game.
I'm hoping that nothing else happens. Both teams seem to be going to the locker rooms. Valerian only had 75 penalty minutes all year long from the defensive position, 2 goals, 8 assists. But in that, I don't know what got into him there. Drake Glover was not a threat at that time to come back and win the game with 10 seconds to go and you're trailing by 6.
You're not connecting the dots, Jody. All of a sudden, 20 seconds to go, and there's a guy who hasn't seen probably 6 minutes of ice all night, and he's out there on Drake Glover. You think that's Valerian's doing? Give me a break.
That's Dan Brimmer's doing.
You got it.
I know. That's what I mentioned it earlier about his beef with Craig Simchuk. This series is in favor of Roanoke right now, 1-0. This series is not over with. It's not. No. Now, Birmingham is going to have to come out with a lot of fire in the gut that they didn't have tonight.
Well,
but it's not over.
But you know what I feel like right now, Jody, and that's the thing about the Bulls is don't count them out because they've been very Jekyll and Hyde-ish for the last month. You know what I mean? Just when you think they're out, they come out and they pull a period and a half out of their butt against Huntsville and come to life and just friggin' dominate.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
this happened, by the way, earlier in the year with Huntsville. They destroyed us one game in Huntsville early in the year, 8-0. And I remember at that time thinking, oh, my gosh, this is worse than I thought it was.
Right.
We got out of that, but the problem now is you're running out of time.
Have you got one more in you?
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing. I'm telling every guy on the Birmingham Bulls, get up tomorrow morning and look in the mirror and decide if you're going to come out and play like you can play and go out there and work and do it like you've done it all the way down the stretch since November and play the way that you can that got you here, get on the bus. And if you're shining up your clubs, don't even bother getting on the bus and let somebody else go that wants to go and put in 60 minutes of hockey.
So what is going to happen, Greg? The rest of the way, tell me what, in your opinion, as a former professional hockey player, what you think is going to happen in this series. And be honest.
I think they're going to go back, and either one or two things is going to happen, Jody. I know this is kind of, taking the easy way out, but either you're going to come back and you're going to watch the game and realize how you just got bullied and embarrassed in your home rink in front of everybody, and it's going to piss you off, and you're going to come back and get on fire and go out and do it to Roanoke in their rink. And then if you do it the first game, now they're going to come back and win 2 in a row, and we'll be back here next week in the next round. Or
I hope you're right.
You put your tail between your legs, and it's over.
I hope you're right. I know what human nature tells me, but professional athletes are not normal humans.
Right.
They operate under a different wavelength than we do and a different mindset. And I hope it kicks in that long bus ride that Birmingham's about to have to take to almost West Virginia, over the mountain from West Virginia into Roanoke. I hope they have a lot to think about, and I hope it settles in and we find it. We've got to find it. I'm not ready for this season to be over with. But nonetheless, listen, guys, Greg and I aren't going to Roanoke, as I stated a little earlier. This is, I guess, our 5th year, Greg, together doing this?
Yeah.
4th or 5th year? And who knows what happens next year. So for everybody that's listening, that's been with us and sent us kind messages and came by to see us, from families of players to just random fans from even other cities that have come in.
Sports people that
have watched us on Flow
randomly
Sports,
turn on a game,
that have kind things to say about us. There's a guy, I can't remember his name. Warren is his name. He sent me an email today telling us how much he enjoyed listening to us, and we never claimed to be professional ESPN announcers. We just claim to love the sport of hockey and love the Birmingham Bulls. And who knows what happens next year. But, Greg, I hope this isn't our last time to do it. But if it is, you're a buddy, and you have been for 30 years, and I've enjoyed it.
Well, Jody, I've enjoyed it too. And you know what? It's always been that aspect of it. When you asked me to do this X number of years ago, however many it was, I said to you, Jody, it'll be Wayne's World on ice.
Yep.
And you know what? It exactly was, and that's how we did it. And we don't claim to be professional. We're just here to call a game, have some fun, and maybe give a different light on something because, hey, face it, we're not a typical button-down collar kind of guys, and we're not up for a 9 to 5, and we're a little bit off the beaten path. But I don't think it's over, Jody, and I think we're going to be back here next week, and let's see Who's ready for
There's still
round
hockey
2?
left to be played.
100%.
There's still hockey left to be played. We know this team is capable of winning.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just 2 games in a row we need to win. They're more than capable of it.
Right.
The question is, will they be able to find that intensity before Saturday night? We'll find out.
So, Jody, you're a stats guy.
Yep.
I don't think since November the Bulls have lost 2 in a row.
Yeah, we have.
How many times?
We have. A couple of times it's happened.
Okay.
Huntsville took us down 2 in a row last week. Remember?
Yeah, but that was last week. But I mean, like before.
Oh, well, yeah, it's happened.
Before the slump.
I do know this. We went through a stretch in February and March where we lost 3 games, or maybe it was 4, but we didn't lose a game by more than 1 goal.
Right.
This team is capable of putting together a winning streak.
Oh, yeah.
We've got to just find it. We've got to find a goaltender that elevates everybody else by making that stupendous save. We've got to clear the traffic in front of that goaltender and make it easier for him. We've got to find a way to get these players going that have been there with us offensively all year long. We just got to find that intensity level. We got to. All right, that'll do it. For Greg Dreveny, I'm Jody Chernesky. Thanks for joining us, everyone. This